Hello, everybody. Good evening. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining our live stream. Tonight is an exciting night. We are rapidly coming to the end of Project STEAM 2024. And tonight we are going to be having a chat with the coaches. You're going to be having the chat with the coaches. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Ndali Modebe. So if you're just seeing me for the first time, please, I want you to hit the subscribe button. I'd like you to hit the subscribe button, go back and watch, most of our trainings that are already on the YouTube platform. And if you're going to be watching this subsequently, I would like you to also, drop a like, drop a comment, and also hit the subscribe button. Tonight is going to be a very exciting night, as every other night that we have come on live on this platform. So sit tight, grab your drink, grab your snacks. We're about to talk with the coaches. So I'm going to wait for, like we have coaches joining in from different time zones, US, UK, Canada, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, and also I'm going to give some time for them to, come on board, and then we're going to get started. Thank you so much. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so while we are waiting for our coaches to join in, if you can see me, I want you to drop a comment, your name. If you're still watching this afterwards, please drop a comment of your business name, where you're joining in from, okay? And let's get acquainted. Let's get acquainted. All right, so I would like to give you a brief of who we are and what we do. Please drop a comment where you're joining in from, your name, what you do. I would like to just briefly give, show you, explain to you who we are, what we do, so that you can get a better bearing of what we are here to do. So for the past since the 1st of October, we have been having and hosting free projects team trainings every Tuesday. We started with Tuesdays and Fridays, but right now we have metamorphosed and added an extra day to it, which is Thursday. So usually on Business Boost Bootcamp platforms, we do our Thursday teaching. So we added Thursday, but initially it was supposed to be Mondays and Fridays. But the coursework, the slides, the trainings, we are so much. So we weren't able to fit everything into Tuesdays and Fridays. So we added in our Thursdays. My name is Coach Ndali Modebe. My background is in broadcasting and PR. I have about 20 years experience. Like I said, I've been on radio since I was like 8, 9, 10. I worked all through university from second year at ABS. I presented the show Girls Lounge. I worked at the Delta Broadcasting Service, Delta Television during my youth service. Then I worked with Radio Nigeria for a couple of years before I moved to Lagos. And then worked with Spice TV Africa. And then I worked with Nest Oil. You know, I do freelancing occasionally with Wildflower PR. I started my entrepreneurial journey a very long time ago. After youth service, you know, ventured in. I started a school named after me, Primavera International School. We are 10 years in 2024. I have a skincare business. I'm the MD of Hazel Oils. It's a made in Africa organic beauty brand, and we've been supplying to different stores in Accra, Nigeria, and we've been dispatching, all over the world, Nigeria, South Africa, UK, US, Canada, and as well as so many other places. I'm known as the start to finish coach because my specialty lies in encouraging people to start their God ideas, to start their God dreams, to start their visions. A lot of people have so many wonderful plans, so many wonderful things that have been laid in their heart to do, but because they're afraid, they sabotage themselves, they second guess their skills, they second guess their abilities, they never get to do any of these things. And I tell you this, you can have these dreams, you can have these visions, you can keep them in your head and in your heart. If you don't do anything about it, you're just going to be another statistic of someone that never achieved their dreams. So I help you start, and then I hold your hand all through the finish line. If you like to book a consultation, my consultations are on Tuesdays. While we are waiting for our coaches to jump in, I am just having a chit chat with you and all. So drop your name, your comments, where you're joining in from, so I can give you a shout out. All right. So wonderful. We have our first very timely, the CEO of System Digits. He is in the building in the person of Don Francis. You're very much welcome. Can you unmute, please, so you can say hello?
Yeah, thank you, Coach Ndali, and thank you for welcoming me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, we are glad to have you. I know you were on the road, but I'm very pleased that you were able to make it in time to join us. Yes, so you're the first to join us tonight. I'm kind of waiting for the other coaches to join in as well. So how was your day? How have you been?
Yeah, great. Very kind of stressful, kind of stressful, but wonderful.
Wonderful. I like that. You've been a part of the platform. Okay, we also have Primoremi in the house. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is awesome. You're welcome.
Thank
Oh,
you. Good evening. How's it
yeah,
going?
very,
Yeah.
very, very well.
How are you doing? Good evening, Moreni. Yeah. Good evening.
How's it going?
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good.
I'm so pleased. Like, I think this is the first time our coaches are actually just on the same platform and speaking. I'm so excited. Queen Moremi is the founder of Euphoric PR. She's a PR expert, and she's also, she also is the founder of the QM blog, and she's worked with so many amazing brands like Edia, so she's doing very, very well, and I'm so excited that she's on board with us. Then Don Francis is based in the United States. He is the founder of System Digits. He's also one of our sponsors as well. I want to just, I'm so honored that you both could make it here tonight. We are waiting for the other. I think Coach Ore is on the line. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me now. I was trying to introduce what Project STEAM was about, but let me remove it from the screen so that Coach Orolua is in the building. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you, Ndali. Hi, everyone.
Yes,
Hi.
yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, how are you? How are you doing? You're welcome.
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay. I think four is a charm. We are supposed to be about 7. Supposed to be about 7 or 8. Let me see. Okay, so but I think we can just go ahead and get started. Coach, I'm going to allow you to introduce yourselves, but Coach Orolua she's a tech person. She's into data analysis. She's a coach as well. So I'm going to just start from Don Francis. I'd like you to introduce yourself and what you do. Then we'll go to Queen Moremi, and then we'll go over to Orolua. She's also one of our sponsors as well. QM is also our media partner for what we are doing. She's been my support system as well. So, you're welcome. All right. So, Don Francis, please, can you briefly introduce yourself and what you do, and what you do, and a little bit about your interest in what we are doing, which is offering free trainings for Project STEAM.
Yeah, thank you, Coach Ndale. I'm not gonna really talk so much based on the introduction. So first of all, my name is Francis. You've been saying that I'm based in US. It's not like it's not like my origin is from US. Anyway, I'm a Nigerian, just like everyone here. Yes, but you know how life is. Wherever we find ourselves. Yes. So I know that each and every one of us here, I believe, one way or the other is into technology. I mean, there is no way you can avoid technology in this world. Just like it is said, everything in the world is connected, interconnected. Everything is like web. That was how the name web came about. So I am into technology. I am into cybersecurity as well. So anything about information technology, anything. Over the years, I've worked in almost every niche of information technology. Yes, almost every niche: software development, cybersecurity, hardware. I would say hardware, software. So at least I have a bit of experience of almost all the technology department or sections. So I am here in United States, and I also happen to be the founder of System Digits. So System Digits was initially founded in 2012. Far back in Nigeria, when I used to be in Nigeria. So while in Nigeria, I was also providing IT support, web development, computer support, general IT support, network switch, router, that kind of support. So, and at some point, I found myself here, and I'm still doing the same thing, within the same field, information technology, and just as we know, information technology is very vast. When you look very deep into information technology, you see that different technologies are coming out every day. So generally, for instance, if you are maybe a data analyst, and if somebody asks you, where are you? I mean, what kind of field you are, you can just say generally you are in information technology. But if you want to go deep, that means you can now be able to, departmentalize it or sectionalize it, that kind of a thing. So over the years here in the United States, I've been providing support for a lot of companies, IT support, even for Amazon Web Services. Sometimes I go to different data centers where we have the servers that is powering the web or powering the internet. Sometimes I provide support for those data centers. I go there and I work on the server, sometimes midnight. So different kind of jobs I've seen myself doing within information technology, especially when, like as we know, every business, for instance, I will use business like ShopRite. I believe they have a network information system, and you see the POS systems, everything is interconnected, connected to their connected to their switch router, then their server. So these are the things I provide support for. Like for instance, if the network is down within ShopRite, they can call somebody like, help us, our network is down. People cannot make payment via POS, nothing is going on, computers are down. So that kind of support, I provide that. So also I did my master's degree in cyber security, and also I also did a diploma in software development or software engineering. And currently I'm about to round up my PhD in information security. Yes,
Wow.
information security, very, very similar to cyber security. So I've been in the information technology at least for 10 years now. I would say 15 years or more than 15 years. And like I said, I wouldn't want to keep, because if I keep talking and talking, I'm not sure if this thing is gonna end anyway. So that is the introduction about myself. Like I said, I'm a Nigerian, just like everyone here. So yeah. So it's really nice meeting everyone here on board. So I'm also here to learn one or two things from Moremi, and also from Ore Afe, and also from Coach Indali. So I'll be all ears listening to you guys, maybe learn one or two things, or still one expo. One expo that I can use to make money. Yes. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, this is
So
awesome. This
yeah.
is
So Ndali,
awesome.
over to you. I think I just gave brief
Yes,
history,
yes,
something
that
like
was a
that. Yeah.
wonderful brief of who you are. You're well versed, and I can't wait for you to get your PhD. So we'll start calling you Dr. Don Francis. Yes. So we just have Mr. Are, founder of Wildflower PR. We are so honored that he joined us just now. His camera is muted because he's is covered because he's in transit. Please, can you say hello, sir?
Hello, good evening, all. Nice meeting
Good
all of
evening,
you
sir.
here.
Good
Pleasure
evening,
being here.
sir. Good evening.
Good
Nice
evening,
meeting
Evening.
you
yes.
too, sir. Yeah, good evening.
Mm,
Yes, we are
um,
very glad.
yes. Honestly, am I to present my topic now or on a later
No, we're
level?
just no, we're just doing a brief introduction before we
Okay,
go into the
okay,
topic.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes. So
So,
Don Francis just introduced himself,
mm, so
and then
basically, no, no, no problems. I think I was following through when Don Francis did his own introduction. So basically, my background is purely on communication, so which transcended into Wildflower. At the current state now, I'm purely a cultural curator whose interest is basically on culture diplomacy. We have equally delved into the culture aspects of it. Most of the musical talents, even when Davido started, and some of the acts in the point is that when you look at it from the genre that um, we have today, Afro beats. Some call it Afro beats, but I think Nigeria tilted towards the Afro beats, with the S as an emphasis. So what has that really told us is that, it keeps metamorphosing into something that is larger than life today. So for me, having given the topic of SME, in the Bible, there's the portion that told us to um, the days of the little beginning. So it's very, very impactful for wherever we might see ourselves in future. So I'm so happy to be here, and hopefully we will learn from one another. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You're very much welcome. Thank you,
All
thank you,
right.
thank you.
Mm.
Okay, so Kremorimi, please can you briefly introduce yourself, and then we'll go over to Coach Oroluwa Afe.
All right, awesome. It's so great to be here today with all of you. Looking forward to learning from everyone. And shout out to Coach Dali for, masterminding this very innovative program, bringing all of us together, sharing knowledge, and, impacting people along the way. So thanks for the opportunity, first of all. So my name is Moremi Elekwachi. I am the founder of Euphoric PR. Euphoric PR is a public relations and marketing communications company based in Lagos, Nigeria. Although we have clients both inside and outside of Nigeria, including the United States, the UK, etc. So pretty much what we do is we create and execute strategies that help to tell engaging brand stories for businesses and individuals. So we work with SMEs, corporates, government agencies, as well as public figures. Um, so some companies or some individuals that we've worked for or worked with include Idia ICN, the Nollywood actress. We've worked with Banky W, worked with Tony Tones, Juliet Ibrahim. So we have a very wide celebrity roster. But in addition, we also work with SMEs and also CEOs and founders to help shape their personal brands for business success. And I'm so happy that Mr. Are is on the line right now, honestly, because when I first moved back from Nigeria, I was looking to further develop my PR career in Nigeria. Mr. Are and his wife, Mrs. Oma, they actually like gave me a chance, So,
Really?
yes, so my first
Mhm.
PR beginnings in
Was it
Nigeria,
Wildflower?
actually at Wildflower PR. Yes,
Oh my
exactly.
Wow.
goodness.
Yes, yes.
Oh, really?
Hi, sir.
Wow, what
Honestly,
a wonderful surprise.
nice, nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Honestly, it's a surprise, but you're doing well. You're doing well. I must say.
Thank you, sir.
Mm.
That means so much coming from you. I mean,
Oh wow.
you and Mrs. Oma, you really, really gave me that chance, exposed me to PR from working with Coke Studio Africa to Glow to X Factor to MI, Davido.
Wow.
Like, it was such an amazing experience. And, those were the formative days here that led me to actually found my own company. And to this day, I'm in touch with Mrs. Oma. She's always there to give mentorship and a listening ear. So I will forever be grateful for that. So thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, Moremi. You're welcome. God
Well,
bless you.
God
Mm.
bless you too. Thank you so much.
Mm. All right.
Amen. Oh, this is awesome. Coincidentally, Morimi has been my friend for years. Like, we've been friends for a very long time. Ore has been my friend since high school, since we were like 15, 16. She's been my one of my longest friends ever. And I'm so glad that she's part of us. She's the kind of person that I can like, hey, the shoe is pinching me like this. she's one of my friends, one of my very good friends. Queen Moremi is amazing. Like, we've built so many things together, and I can't wait for us to get started. Orelua, please introduce yourself and what you do. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandali. Hi, everyone. It's good to be here. I'm glad to be on a platform with all of you. You're all amazing and doing very well, and I'm celebrating all of you. So what I do right now is I'm in IT, but I consult with mostly banks in Canada. Some of them have presence in the US as well. But just like my colleague here said, IT is pretty vast. So when people say they're in IT, you have to ask specifically, because you can't say you're in IT. That's very random. What I do really is automation. I work to help organizations automate their processes. That goes a long way in that begins with data, so that's why Ndali said data analysis. I'm always correcting her, yeah, so automating processes, and that starts a lot with data, and how you collect your data, how you structure your data. A lot of organizations right now US is much more pretty advanced. I'm sure that you would agree with me. US is much more advanced, but Canada is a bit more conservative, and they are slowly inching towards the advancement that US has achieved. But Canada is very conservative, and that's why a lot of things like the recession doesn't hit us as bad as it hits the US. But so right now, a lot of organizations in Canada are working towards improving their data collection system, their database, so that it can work with all the amazing things that Amazon and the rest of them are doing, partnering with Amazon as well. So that's really what I do. I also support small businesses in digital transformation, so that they are able to start first of all from digitization, to collect their data, to begin to collect data and enhance their data processes, so that there will be something to leverage on when they get to that digital transformation position, because in the market there are very few people that are concentrating on those kind of really small businesses. Most people, medium businesses, large businesses, places like Deloitte and Accenture and all those places, they are doing a lot of digital transformation, but there's very few concentration on the small businesses, on the micro businesses. And that's one of my main passions. One interesting thing about me is that I used to be like an art student. I wasn't a science student. I was not. I didn't have
same
much background.
class, we art students.
In high school, I was. My background wasn't in sciences or in IT or anything like that. Just fortunately, before I left Nigeria, I had that exposure to start to work in doing a lot of data science and data analysis, and that's where my journey in IT began. Even though I didn't know it was going to lead me there, but I knew a lot of people that were doing IT here, and because of what I was doing in Nigeria, I was easily able to plug in, and because of my interest and my drive. So I like to say that, because even though, growing up, I don't know if that happens to all of us, but when you're young and you just finish secondary school and your parents chase you to computer school and you learn all those C++, all those JavaScript, all those things that we're learning, that the screen will be dark and you'll be typing in all those codes, but it didn't occur to you then that, coding right now is is sweeter, than those days when we were using dark screens and those funny computers that would be so hot.
Mm.
So those are the days that those experiences are what helped me to those things made those things kind of familiar to me, even though I was coming from a core art background. And it was hard, but it was interesting and it was worth it. And I was telling Dali yesterday that what I'm doing right now, I feel like that's what I was born to do. I've never felt like that in any other thing that I've done, than here, than what I'm doing right now. I feel like that's what I was born to do. My brain just automatically processes those things without effortlessly. I imagine a system, and I already have the visual of what it would take to automate that system. And I need to work with people like developers and all that to imagine what the details are, the exact things applications we need to use. But it is very effortless for me. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I have to apologize in advance because I might have to drop off for a bit in about 20 to 30 minutes because I have to go for mommy duties. But it's really good
Okay.
listening in. I'll be listening in, but it's really good to be here with you guys. I'm looking forward to chatting with everyone.
Thank you. Wow, you gave us like a lot. So you're saying that you feel more fulfilled as in the field you're doing, which is digital automation, digital transformation, than when you were doing public relations and IPR.
Yeah, I do.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Interesting. Okay. I have many questions for you, but I think we'll just go ahead and jump in. I'll like to say this. Like, first of all, I want to appreciate every single coach, Don Francis, me, Mr. Ore, for making our time to join this conversation. Like, and also in for teaching, because it's not everybody that has the heart, to, because a lot of people, we paid to get this knowledge that we have right now. A lot of people would not give freely. They don't even see the purpose. I was cussed out by somebody because I told him to come and coach. Like, he cussed me out like big time, and all that. So I took the blows for that. I took it in good stride, and then I sent him a very interesting voice note. But then I want to appreciate all of you for joining in, offering your media support, consultation, sponsorship. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you. You can always call on me any day, anytime, and I would respond. I want us to go into, the next topic, which is on SMEs and small businesses. I'm going to pin it here. And it was interesting that Ore was telling me, because we talked about this, numerous times. She was telling me how every single year, I think for the past 2 years, she, goes into the streets, find the micro small business, even if it's like a small salon, a market woman, and then she just pumps businesses, with funding for like 50, and it was 50 people, and it was just interesting that she was doing this because it's like a lot of people, like she said, are not focused on the very, very micro small businesses. They're focused on the SMEs, the one that have the Instagram account, the ones that are getting it right. So I think it's also important that we have this conversation with regards to small businesses, big impact, in as much as they are called small businesses or micro businesses. I don't know if there's anybody here that has worked extensively with a small business and helped them establish, and there's this satisfaction that comes from it. So I want to throw the conversation open, on the topic small businesses and big impact and how they can impact the society. Does anybody have anything to say about this. And what are like, if there was a small business here, and in our community we have over 350 people, and I know they're going to listen to it, and some are here listening as well. So if there were 3 pointers you were to give to an SME with your knowledge in what you do, what are those 3 key pointers that you give them to help them scale with the economic situation, the inflation ongoing, and the different challenges that they may face as a small business?
Okay.
Anybody, please?
Okay. Can I come in? Sorry.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Uh, so please, the topic is quite interesting, and I think for the benefit of all of us, because I think what is important is that when you talk about small and medium-sized enterprise, the vital role they play in driving the economy. So we need to put at one thing first, are you hungry enough? Are
Hmm.
because that drive, first of all, has to even come from within. So before you become a citizen of any country in the world, you're first of all a human being, you know. But there are some key points that I want to highlight here because the gross domestic growth of a country, however it comes, it's from that microcosm of that little drops of water that eventually creates ocean eventually. So for one, the SME, we should note that it accounts for about 30 to 60% of GDP in many countries, and that is from the World Bank record. The second part is that, most times we use US as an example of, where certain things work well, you know. So in that particular place now, it is above 40% to GDP. That is the contribution of SME to the GDP. Then if you go to Europe, you know, which, comes second to what you have in the US now, and you can see that it is growing. So their tipping point is about 7%. So now, what are we looking at in that area of job creation and employment for the SME? Now it is trying to remind us that, you know, from 6 to 7 out of 10 jobs in developing countries, because developing country, as far as I'm concerned, um, yeah, you can look at the world you have in US and Europe and all that as developed countries. But the truth of the matter is that if you come down to Africa, we have a lot of developing countries. Like even as developed we think South Africa is, you know, they are still discovering some potentials about them. So, 7 out of 10 jobs, there, SME is very, very important. So if you go down to US now, you find out that about almost 60% of the workforce there, are equally gingered, the activity is being activated by the SME, you know. So
Okay.
now, SME being an important part, because when we look at it now, like as I started, I try to make you to understand that, you know, first of all, you need to be hungry because if you're not hungry, either to put in services or delve into production, it becomes very, very hard for you to even understand that you can be the change you want to see. So it becomes difficult at some point. So SME is very, very critical, when it comes to innovation and productivity, you know. Um, the SME, when they call it small, sometimes it is derogatory in my own um, positioning because
Mm.
the SME is the driver of innovation, whether you like it or not. Because if you
Mm.
look at the story of patents, the Apple of this world, the Microsoft, a lot of innovation started in that conceptualization stage of SME, you know. And it is good to note that because of the energy SME has, it is no brainer to equally put it on that pedestal that the SME is more productive than larger firms in many industries. You know, the digital transformation, the footprint that we are seeing today, even the one we see tomorrow, the transformation, you know, adaptation of new technology is equally motivated by SME. But again, SME has a lot of challenges, the challenge he has purely is access to finance, you know,
Mm.
because most times a lot of SMEs they have issues assessing, in fact, up to the tune of 50% of that, lack that access to credit, you know. Then there's this thing around the regulatory barriers, authorities trying to instill some kind of things that makes it difficult, you know, for you. Like, for instance, now in Nigeria, during the COVID period, there's the NAFDAC, that is in charge of um, um, the drugs parts of production in the country. So now during the COVID period, there was this thing about inspection, and it's becoming very, very cost. It's very high for some setup to even look at where they can assess that standard. For instance, now you can imagine you have to pay down about $10,000, for you to register one product. Be it maybe you want to start producing wine, for instance, and the situation we have with the foreign exchange in Nigeria now, for somebody to even register a product of bottle of wine in that variety, you are spending close to 23 million. So you can imagine for an SME that equally has that business plan and set out goal and all that, it's becoming very difficult because the authorities are making it impossible for them to, get that. The third part is the skill gap. The skill set basically, um, uh, most of the times people mention coding, some vocation that people can get trained in. But the truth of the matter is that getting trained in those areas, they are not cheap, so it becomes like somebody has interest in, production. So for you to get trained in that particular area, it becomes very difficult. The fourth one that I need to even mention is that, how expensive it is in the R&D sector. That I mean research and development, which is very, very critical. If somebody wants to delve into any kind of um, investments or production, first of all, you need to research about it. That it implies a lot of data. You need to equally look at how you can develop in making sure that some of the things you want to even sell to people, the packaging, the branding, and all that. So that segment of R&D, it is equally very expensive for some of the startups to um, take advantage of. So it becomes the winner takes it all kind of situation.
Mm.
So now, supporting SME growth, is there any way we feel that those things can be um, harnessed? Maybe soft landing of some sort and all that. So we looked at the access to finance, So if governments and institutions can provide financing programs, through microfinance banks, commercial banks, setting up some kind of um, 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 programs or having some um, packaged, kind of opportunities that will help because there's a lot. And the second part is, to simplify that regulation, you know, you know, streamline instead of making it so cumbersome, the bureaucratic burden that is instilled on the SMEs is so much
Mm.
in the
Hmm.
developing countries. Even developed
Mhm.
countries equally face similar challenge, but in a different way. So the
So,
third part is training and that development. I've equally mentioned R&D, that research and
okay.
development, so providing resources for skills and capacity building is very, very key.
Mhm.
So if you
Kenny,
look
you're
at these things that
welcome.
we mentioned now, the government has almost 7 to 80% role to play,
Mhm.
you know. So now for instance now, country like Indonesia's SMEs contribute 60% to the GDP, driven by government support. So now there's going to be some kind of synergy there. Kenya SME sector grew up to the 15% annually between 2015 and 2020, which is fueled by mobile payments, you know, and e-commerce. So we need to equally look at those, payment gateways, mobile payments, and a lot of things they can do in making sure, thinking outside the box of that our commercial banks kind of rule and push it towards making sure that we utilize these new opportunities. Kenya applied it, and you know, just in 5 year period, they were able to grow 15%, annually because of this kind of innovation. South Korea's SME focused on policies, that led to 30% increase in exports from 2010 to 2020. By addressing the challenges faced by the SMEs and providing targeted support, governments and institutions can unlock the potentials of these critical drivers. and economic growth. So government has a lot of role to play, and making sure that um, the cooperation and support should be given to that sector. So, in my own background, why I needed to give this foundational presentation is just for us to see that the SME, no matter how or any angle you want to view it from, do you understand, is where the critical mass is situated. So, um, the Lagos, there was a PR summit that happened in Lagos, I think last month, and it was very, very mind blowing, you know. And the reason why I wanted to mention it so that we will, have some take homes, you know, uh, is for us to understand that when you talk about public relations and what it has to contribute to the SME is so tremendous, you know, because naturally people believe that, you know, for you to keep meaningful relationship, it didn't matter till maybe somebody is trying to run a project, and that is where you feel that that is the time um, for you to seek for consultants and making sure that like that fire brigade approach. You understand? But the simple truth is that you know PR is what um, okay, let me go back to what advertising is. Advertising is what people pay for, and PR is what brands pray for. So you can understand the two things that are very distinct there is payment and prayer. So in most cases, brands pay for advertising, but the real relationship basically is uh, the prayer that every brand, you know, has inside is that that brand will have a relationship, with the end user, you know, and it is pertinent for us to note that in PR we have three major problems that is being faced. Because even if you're talking about SME as it is, and you don't put into consideration, you know, these three items I need to mention, it is equally beyond services. You can equally apply it in production as well. The first one is intellectual theft. The second one is disregard for authenticity and originality. And the third one, which concerns um, writers and copy people, is plagiarism. So, um, if you look at it now, you find out that these three things I mentioned, we can just box them up in one word, you know, uh, being original, right? So now, um, for you to have a better storytelling, because whatever you do about your SME, you need to have a proper story to tell. And that story, if it is not authentic, if it is stolen, at the end of the day, you miss that market. So, like I've mentioned initially, the days of little beginning, there are things, that moment, you know, will teach. There are things um, you can derive from that humility that period gives you. So it is important whilst we regurgitate on these items that I've mentioned. I will want to stop at this point so that other people will throw in some words, and if there's any reaction or whatever, I'm still here to um, give my humble submission. Again, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That was like an entire training that you just gave us. And I like what you said. You said that SMEs are the drivers of innovations, and you think that is actually derogatory to call them small. So I think that made a lot of sense to me. And if there was any time that people should listen, I believe is now, because there's so much. I want to welcome Ben in the comments. He's been a part of Project's team. Thank you so much for being here. I want to welcome Kenny. Kenny, please, can you turn on your why is everybody's camera off? Like, I feel like you know I'm in the dark. Why is everybody's camera off? Bikono, if you can turn on your camera, please turn it on. I beg you. Kenny, can you say something?
Hi everyone. Good evening from Nigeria. How's everyone going?
We are doing very well. You're welcome. You're
Thank,
welcome.
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Kenny is a okay. Let me allow Kenny introduce himself, but I know him as a PR. He's into PR. He's into trainings with regards to digital marketing and all. But that's just a little about what he does. So, Kenny, do you want to briefly introduce yourself? Then we're going to go in. I have so many pointers I want to address and discuss with from what Mr. Are said. Kenny, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Okay. So basically, as Indali actually said, I'm into marketing. I'm a marketing consultant, and I also head the marketing team at Total Energy Staff Housing Cooperative. It's a cooperative that is building a massive project in Eco Atlantic, Lagos. Um, Around marketing and my career really in marketing and PR really started a whole lot in Business Day. If those are from Nigeria will be familiar with Business Day. So in Business Day, I basically managed digital partnerships and also product creation. And also in insurance, I also did a little bit more about that. And so yeah, so that's basically a bit of it. And right now, I'm really more focused on promotions in regards to real estate right now. And yeah, that's what I'm doing presently. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so you're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know, Mr. Ray, can you hear me, sir? I don't know if you're still. I don't know if you're still here. Oh, what happened? I think maybe something threw him off. Okay, I just invited him back. All right. So there's so much that I picked from what Mr. Arias said. Like I said, tonight we are having a discussion with the coaches from Project Team 2024. I'm very excited, because this is the first time that all the coaches are coming together on the same platform. So the topic is small businesses, big impact. SMEs as key drivers of GDP growth. And one thing that Mr. Harris said was that SMEs are the drivers of innovation. So why they are called small, it doesn't, maybe in the future, it might change, but I believe even if you look at Amazon, look at Coca-Cola, look at the big brands, they all started small at some point. So I want to go into, the next question. When it comes to production, one of the challenges that I've seen that a lot of, that Africa has as a whole is we have the raw materials, we have the raw shea butter, we have the raw cocoa, we have the raw palm nuts, and all these foreign countries, they come and then they take it and then they go and they expand on it. What do you think are the hindrances? I'm going to ask Queen Morimi in her field, for instance, what do you think is hindering Africa from becoming a very productive, you produce, we export? What do you think is hindering us, and what do you think can be done so that we can be, placed back, as, or even placed, it's not as if we have never been as production exporting nation. We just do things, small scale among the. What do you think we can do to expand? And do you think that it can be done? Queen Morimi, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much for that question. So when you talk about production and exports, there are a lot of angles to look at it from, right? So if you're talking about production as far as things that are intangible, I think that Nigeria is really getting it right. So when I talk about intangibles, I'm talking about, of course, the explosion of Afrobeats in quotes, although I actually dislike that word, but okay, we'll just use it for these purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of Afrobeats, in terms of Nollywood, in terms of even fashion style, which is more tangible even, you know, um, Nigeria is actually at its peak, right now in terms of entertainment and fashion and even sports, the recently concluded Paralympics, and even a bit of the Olympics, we still saw, that Nigerian export of talent still shine, regardless of what is, currently going on in the country. So I think, um, in terms of that, we are doing great. And also, yes, even more so, I guess I'm talking about intangibles because that is my field of expertise as far as PR, marketing, communications, pop culture, etc. And so even when it comes to something like even like PR services, marketing, communications, because of technology, technology has enabled us to really export our talent and our services, you know. So you can kind of say, yes, these are being produced locally because we're mined here based in Nigeria, but our expertise and our knowledge is helping people, across continents, Um, so I think from that perspective, Nigeria is actually, on the map. But I think I kind of get what you're saying in the sense that, we could be doing better, especially maybe when it comes to like more tangibles like agriculture
Exactly.
and other more physical things, Um, so I think there's an improvement there. It's not really my field of expertise, but what I will say is maybe we can get to that point that we're dreaming about when we learn to like embrace more of what makes us authentic. Do you see what I
Mm,
mean?
yes.
Mindset wise, compared to a lot of other countries, Nigeria is still relatively young. So we got our independence in 1960. So, you still have residues of like colonialism that still kind of like plagues our minds till today because there is this unconscious you know, will I say there's this unconscious impulse that we have to like compare ourselves to people in the West. Do you see what I mean?
Mm.
Still using those standards to judge who we are, you know. So instead of wanting to, it's like we want to mimic like how the West are working, but a lot of times, we mimic to the point where sometimes like we're losing our identity, right? So if we're so much like the West, what are we exporting to them? It's like we're exporting clones of who they are, like on a lower level. Do you see what I mean? So I
Yes.
think, mindset wise, if we're able to like move further away from, we always have to be on their level in quotes, we have to do things the way they do, I think that we will be more productive, and we'll be able to export more of whether it's our goods, our talent, etc. So from the perspective of mindset, I think there's work that needs to be done in that area. But I
Exactly.
guess I'll let someone else who has more expertise in like actual like physical materials and export of that, maybe take this to another perspective.
I like what you said, hinging on authenticity is very important. That we're not just trying to imitate, we're not just trying to, like, we know who we are, we know our own story. We can also make things and tailor things, in relations to us as Africans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, and all. So I think this makes a lot of sense. And also mindset. But with regards to mindset, one of the things that a lot of SMEs dabble with is, like, just because they are called SMEs, like Mr. Rest, it doesn't mean that they are small. Like that mindset. Okay, yes, the government identifies you as a small, medium, and all that. But like mindset, what do you have to say with regards to anybody that listens to this, with regards to their mindset as Africans and the limiting beliefs that are stopping them from exploding? I'm going to ask Ore the next question, then I'm going to ask Don Francis.
Okay. So I'll just give some input from my perspective. This is why programs like these are so important. Having coaches who are not like inaccessible. You have a variety of coaches where we're all experts in our different disciplines, and we're here to share knowledge and shed light, to impact people so that you know they can have access to information that maybe they didn't have before. And this is one of the strongest ways to start changing such mindsets. It's conversations like this, it's learning from each other, and also having other people learn from us, and just showing them, hey, it can be done our way, and our way is unique. And you have success stories amongst us that people can aspire to.
to emulate. Exactly. I quite agree. In as much as this training has lasted like literally the whole of October, and it's free, doesn't mean it's free. Like, to pull out Kimorimi, Mr. Austin, to pull everybody out on Francis or Ray, to pull them out to come and coach. Like, if we were to quantify this, we'll be talking about some hundreds of thousands. But it's here and it's free and it's accessible. Like you said, the coaches are accessible as well. So I think is a good place to take advantage of this opportunity. One of the courses I thought, if you go back, was on why it's important to observe Reset Sunday and and the mindset shift, because it all starts in the mind. If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you're absolutely right. Either one you choose. I'm going over to Ore. Please, can you will I say unlock your camera, Abby? All
On,
right, can you
I
hear
don't
me?
even know what what to call
Is
it
it
again.
unlocked? Because everybody has locked their camera. So please unlock it
I'm
though.
driving.
You're
I
driving.
did say, yeah, I'm driving. I said I
Mm.
was going to be in transit. So,
Okay, okay,
but
okay.
one thing I did you want to ask me a question? You wanted me to make a comment
Yes.
about?
Okay, yes, yes. Please, can you also buttress on what Queen Moremi said, and then I'll now ask you the next question.
Okay, in terms of tangibles, I know Mr. Ray mentioned um um training in terms of R&D and things like that, and I wanted, and even to Moremi's point, replicating the personality of the business, when you take it out of the country. I think that we should place more emphasis on authenticity in terms of the personality of the brand, as opposed to the methods in which these people run their businesses. um Authenticity should be more of how you run your business as a person. Yeah, there are specific processes you will follow. And when we marry it with the conversation around R&D, um you don't need to code, you don't need to do those technical things, you just need to have simple skills, and understand, and try to be structured in the way you do your things. Try to replicate the way you do your things, like the essence of your brand, as opposed to trying to be operate like the big businesses. I think that's the feeling. That's what's confusing. That's the confusing thing for most small businesses. Not to demean them when we refer to them as micro businesses or small businesses, but that term, I think, was coined to say that in terms of what they control, in terms of their area of influence, is actually pretty small. Um, but but for me, I feel like businesses need to focus on how they run, what is available to them, what's available to you, you know leveraging what is available to you rather than waiting for the government, which means that you don't need to learn to code, you don't need training um in big things. It's just really small things. It's just in, like, keeping a record. It's just in documenting your learnings, the things you
Mm-hmm.
already do, but just being more intentional, more theme based, more thematic in the way you do your things. You already document your costs and all those things. Just document your learnings. That's just like Mr. Ray said, those people, the findings that they have are really the driving forces. They are the organ of innovation, really. Those businesses, they innovate every single day. Processes that would take big businesses to implement or to change or to execute, they do it in a heartbeat, because it's just one person making the decisions, and there isn't too many areas of impact. It doesn't affect anything. They are the ones, they are the cashier, they are the treasurer, they are the organ, they are the everything. So it doesn't take too much communication, it doesn't take too much to disseminate information. So they are the organ of innovation. They just need to document it. That's really it. They need to document those processes, they need to replicate those processes, they need to make it a structure. This is what works for me. That means that this is what we do on a regular basis. They need to mirror that same thing that everybody else is doing, but it's such a big deal in big businesses in their own small environment, so that somebody else can copy, has something to lift, so that they know exactly what works for them. I don't think that societies and what we call developed worlds, that have have achieved the level of successes that they have, um capitalism was really what got them there. And it means that governments can't solve the problems. Government can produce regular basic fundamental services, but they cannot provide the funding. Those funding will have to come from um 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 the capital market and all those private sector investors, not the government. Which is why it's important to document those things, have a structure, so that you're able to say this is the percentage of success I achieved with this structure. That kind of education, I think, is something that's important for small businesses to record stable growth and impact.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is like a lot. Like, I like what you said with regards to building structures, and in as much as we say don't copy, like, but we also, you need to also, mirror the people and the brands, if I heard you correctly, that you would, aspire your business to be like, and not just mirror it verbatim, but also add your own structure, and your own, build your own systems around it. And also, even with regards to these trainings that we do, there's been so much knowledge, that's been poured into these trainings. We've had different subject matter experts from different fields all come together under the umbrella of Project Team to teach. So if I were listening, if I me personally, I'm always writing, I'm always documenting, because I know that in as much as I coach, in as much as I teach, I like to learn, and I'm constantly learning. And if you are constantly open to learning, constantly open to improving yourself, definitely in the next 3, 4, 5 years, there's something going to be different about you. So, speaking of building structures, does anybody want to take this? How do you That's the next phase of question. How do you build structure? How do you add structure to an SME that is just, in Ghana, they'll say basa basa everywhere. How do you add structure to your business? How do you build systems that work with regards to your business as an SME?
Okay, Ndale, can I come in?
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay, now I've listened to the presentations. Just that at some point the network was very bad. However, I think in that building structure, it is very, very important we look at the SMART model. What is the SMART model? It's purely the management part where you have to critically look at things. You know, the SMART model is SMART. Is purely for business objectives and targets. So now, the S for that stands for whatever you want to do, you have to be specific, you know, and which implies that you have to define what you want to achieve, you know. You have to have a clear, focus on that destination. So the M in that means, is that thing you want to do, is it measurable? So you have to attach specific um, key performance index, you know, to each objective for you to track that progress. It's very, very important you look at it as something that you measure, you know. Then the A part of it is it attainable? So now you have to set objectives that will spur you and your team outside their comfort zone, because even if you're doing the SME, you are hungry, like I mentioned before. If you have a team that doesn't understand or they are not on the same page with you, there's a problem. So you keep having a weak link, you know. Then the A there is that thing you want to do, is it attainable? You know, um, I think I've mentioned A, right? So where I have now is that the R in it is what you want to do. Is it relevant? Do you understand? You know, you can have a goal as an SME, because for me, if you think SME will not grow, because I like what the last speaker said, because the growth, that emphasis on growth shows that an SME will one day want to be a conglomerate. Do you understand? So you have to check whether that your set goal and objective, are they attainable? So the relevance of what you're doing, which is the R, you know, and the priorities you keep there will equally come to the point where the T, do you understand, without time, without timeline, it is not a, you know, whatever you do, as you want to scale, as you want to get organized and all that, without these smart things I've mentioned here, it will become very, very difficult, because from the outset, if you're not specific, if you're not able to measure, if you're not able to check whether you're, you know, most times people live in fool's paradise. You know, maybe you have that situation where you have a Fanta budget, but what you have is champagne lifestyle. It doesn't work. So it is important we look at, you know, whatever we are doing. Once you have this smart model with you, I think you are good to go. That is what I just want to add. Thank you.
So, Ndali, permit me to thank you so much, sir. One thing I
Um,
also want to, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, one thing I would also like to add to that is the need to be agile, because right now information comes out pretty fast and there's a lot of information available. So in while you're doing your research, because you don't have the kind of access to large resources,
Hmm.
lots of people to process all the information coming at you. You need to be very fast and agile in the way you implement and quickly dismiss an idea if it's not working. So you have to have a balance of, you have to have a balance of changing quickly and also accepting your KPI for what, so your threshold for good, or let's skip it. You need to be very strict about it. But first of all, you need to be established. So you need to put all those indices in place. But most of all, in implementing the SMART model, you must be agile. Else, you're going to have so many. You'll be going to be running in different directions. And I really like what he said about, you have to have a goal. Most small businesses are at the sustenance level. They're just doing it for bread and butter. If you're just doing that business for bread and butter, you're never going to go beyond. It doesn't happen by accident that anybody, just stumbled on maybe some funding. You have to, like I said, I think I said it yesterday, you have to be building yourself to a point where you're targeting large funding. You're targeting funding that is bigger than your pocket. If your business is built around only what you, based on your day in, day out income and expenditure, is going to be able to expand, then you're really not, you're not aiming to grow. It's only when you aim for the skies that you can, at least if you get to a level, then you know that you're making progress. But if you don't have targets, then every single day you're just looking for what to eat that single day. So being agile is really very key.
That makes a world of sense. That makes a world of sense. I want to announce this. Just a few minutes ago, live and direct, we just got a publication by Queen Moremi. She was multitasking. Her team and her put together a wonderful documentation and article on the work we're doing and everything as it is hot. So I just wanted to announce it. I don't know if she's still here, and I want to just say a very big thank you to her. Thank you so much. Yes. Please share in the groups. I'm talking to my community manager. Please share. Thank you so much. Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you, Queen Moremi. Thank you, Moremi.com. Okay, so I want to ask. I want to make reference to what we've been talking about and ask Don Francis. Don Francis, are you ready? After Don Francis, I'm going to ask Kenny, and then I'm going to ask a general question. Don Francis, are you ready? Can you hear me? I don't know if he's still here. Oh my goodness. Don Francis, are you still here? I think he's here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask Kenny. Kenny, are you here, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. I want to ask you, the question, that I just asked. I want to ask you again. When it comes to, SMEs and building structure, because a lot of people, they've had access to trainings. A lot of the trainings are right here on YouTube. They're going to watch it subsequently and all. What do you think businesses need to build, structures and systems, that would help them thrive, right now as a business owner? And then also, I also want to ask you a question. The second question is on loans. Let's say, businesses are struggling and they need loans and all that. I know we talked about this briefly. Like, do you have a cheat, that SMEs need to know before they can qualify or get loans to facilitate and boost their businesses? So let's start with building structures and systems, as SMEs.
All right. Honestly speaking, personally, with some of my experience also talking to a lot of people, and also friends who, of course, operate SMEs, you hear certain familiar stories, especially when people are getting into a business that they're their very first time, and they make so many mistakes, and they'll be like, if I knew this, if I knew that. Right. So I think really the very first step in really creating a good structure on various departments is first of all having some experience. Either maybe you want to start maybe a bakery store. You go have like an internship or 1 week training with someone, not just to learn the business as a whole, but to see how the departments are interconnected and the processes that are put in place. If one would not do that, then it's always best that one actually gets someone who has a similar experience. Let's say, for example, you have a bakery store today. It's always, I'll give an example of a friend of mine who has a Chinese restaurant. And what she did was she had a chef that had similar experience, but aside from the food and all that, he had good experience in how to coordinate things. So at the end of the day, you employ somebody, also learn from that person. So I think aside, because if you just delve into it just like that without any experience, without anybody guiding you, you're going to get your hands burnt a lot of times. Going for a training, yes, that might be useful, but the truth of the matter is you need something really practical as daily. So it's either you have humbled yourself, go get a bit of training somewhere else, or you get someone who has that experience, and as that person is working from you, you also learning it along the way. Or maybe you have someone who is more like a mentor, and who is also you're having conversations with him or her, and they're giving you at least monthly or quarterly advice. So that's what I would say in order to avoid mistakes really along the way. The second question regarding loans. Well, speaking like an ex-banker, I would say we need to see some good history, right? We need
Okay,
to see
so
some good
Kenny,
Yes,
Kenny, in a nutshell, sorry, I was speaking and I was muted. You're saying mentorship is important for SMEs, right?
mentorship is important. Um, Getting an experience before you delve into the business is important. If you don't have any of these two, you within the business, you get someone who has some experience to also work alongside you. That might even be a partner, right? That can be a partner. That can be a very important employee. So either way, you just need to have someone who you can learn from along the way, or who can guide you.
And coincidentally, like we have a room full of coaches, cybersecurity, business, branding, PR. We have so many coaches in house. You can always reach out for guidance. You can always reach out to book a consultation. My consultations are usually on Tuesdays, and all. So let's talk about loans. But I want to ask Don Francis a question. And then when we come back, I want us to go into loans. Mr. Are, please, I also need you, to buttress on the loans, and Ore as well. Ore as well. So I think someone just joined us.
That's me.
Okay, is that Kenny? Oh, I was like, who is this Indian man? I was like, okay, you're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to ask Don Francis on building systems and building structures. If you've talked to Don Francis, you know that he's very hands-on when he has had different businesses, and he's so excited when he shares the processes with regards to his business. So I'm going to go ahead and give Don Francis the platform and say, when it comes to an SME, for instance, let's say someone that has a you can use an illustration. Let's say the person has, okay, let's use skincare, a skincare business owner that is 1 year in business. What advice, if they need to set up systems and structure and build a system that works for their business, what advice would you tell them to follow? What structure will you tell them to put together with regards to what we're trying to achieve, which is structure and systems?
Okay, thank you, Coach Ndale. You know that in this era we are right now, we are in the era of information technology, right? And being in the era of information technology, there are so many avenues that an SME can use to, build structure or reach out or expand, or equally, have a firm foundation. So 20, 30 years ago, the way businesses are structured are quite different from how businesses are structured in today's world. Why? Because we have, businesses today can leverage from technology, right? So as a business, just like you said, using skincare or makeup, let's say skincare as an example. So after staying in the business for 1 year, so first thing I normally check about a business, is the location. For instance, someone or a business that is into skincare in United States, Canada, in Africa, let's use Nigeria, because of these locations, the structures, the way things are being done are different. You get what I'm saying? For instance, if you are in America, maybe you are new in America, there are certain language. Like, for instance, you might see an American probably in America, and maybe you just want to laugh and say, "Oh, you are fat, you are fat." That American will take it. That American will consider it as very offensive, right? But in Nigeria, sometimes you see someone say, "Oh, you are getting fat, you are fat." You just laugh over it. The person, in that person's mind, that person will say, "Oh, well, it looks like I'm eating money.
Well,
I'm doing fine." That's the mindset of an African. So you won't just see an American and say, oh, you are getting fat. That is a problem. I'm telling you that if care is not taken, that American might,
Fight you.
exactly, or talk kind of, you see. So now the first thing to consider about a business, is the location. Just like it is said, when you are in Rome, behave like a Roman, right? Yes. So that is the first thing. Even so, a business in Nigeria, if you are in Lagos, there is an approach to follow. And also the same thing, if you are in Abuja or in Anambra State or in any state, you have to understand your location. So that's the first thing. You have to understand your location.
Understand the location.
Exactly. Because in every city, in every state, there are forces. Sometimes in business, people might consider it as invisible forces. You'll be wondering, what is going on? What have I done? And here there are other businesses in that location. There are other businesses in that location who have survived 5, 10 years, 20 years going because they've been able to understand how that location works. Now, being in skincare, there are things to consider. It is very vital or important to form a network. Just like it is, for instance, I'm from Anambra, and here in America, we have a lot of, close to 3 or 4 different associations, people from the same location. And if maybe, God forbid, something happens, maybe you have one problem or the other, what do? The first thing you might do is to run to your brother or sister, right? You have to run to that association. So the same thing as it is in business. You are in skincare. Within 6 months, I expect somebody that is in skincare business and SME to locate structures, networks, associations. For example, I believe that every brand have sister associations or associations that are almost in the same business. Make sure you register in that association or in that organization. Why am I saying that? Because when you register in that association, you'll be able to meet like-minded people that will tell you, look, there are different laws that have been enacted by the state government that might affect you. And they will tell you, oh, don't do this, don't do that. If you happen to do this, happen to do that, you will fall into problem. But if you decide to isolate yourself and say, oh, I think I can be a one man alone, I just want to be one man alone, let me do it. That is the start. That is the starting point of failure. So, like I said, make sure you network yourself, meet other like-minded people, join them in the association and see what is going on. Sometimes you might even join, they will tell you, oh, see how we are getting contract. Oh, we have contract, we know how to write letters to state government. They give us social contract. They do, sometimes state government organize events. So that is very, very important. Make sure you network yourself. So another thing is, just like I said earlier, we are in the world of technology. And being in the world of technology, if your business is more analogous in nature, analog, you are still functioning as if you are in the era of 5, 10, 20, 30 years, era of year 2000. I'm telling you, your business will go down. Why? Because there are some structures and tools. I remember so many years ago, while I used to be in Abuja, I remember I did my youth service in Abuja, and it happened that I met one woman. She was like maybe close to 10 years older than me, but during that year, I was very passionate about technology, and she happens to be in the business of makeup. I know it's kind of almost the same thing with skincare because she sells all these Mary Kay, Zaron, different kind of brands, and she was like, she said, Francis, how can you help me? I know you are into technology. Some of the things I advised, I told her, okay, I'm going to help you create a website. That was the first thing I told her. I told her, okay, I'm going to introduce you or bring you to come and talk to youth corpers. This youth service thing, either Wednesday or Thursday they have, I can't remember what they call it. They have all these gathering, they talk. And I happen to be the president. I said, okay, come, I will introduce you. I brought her.
It's called CDS, Community.
Exactly. Yes, I brought her. I said, come, I'm going to network you. I'm going to, introduce you. So She came there, she spoke for like 15 to 10 minutes. A lot of people signed up in her, that kind of networking. She was actually doing that kind of networking whereby people can become resellers. So I introduced her. So not just introducing her, not just helping her to create website. I also introduced her to bulk SMS. I told her now we are in the world of technology. You don't just have to use paper and be writing just phone numbers, thinking that you can individually be sending people text message. And when you look at her phone book, you know what I mean by her phone book, not the actual phone book. I mean, when you look at her book that she writes phone number, you see she has up to 150 to 200. Sometimes she tries to individually text message. I told her no, this method is not going to work. The best thing for us to do is for me to create a bulk SMS account for you. And eventually, I did that for her. I'm telling you, within the space of 3 months, her business improved. Started sending text messages to customers, and whenever there are events coming up, she also was able to send text messages to people. And that was how her business grew. And not just that, she also was able to, rebrand herself. She created a lot of flyers, was able to carry out her marketing. And I'm telling you today, sometimes I speak with her. She was, I think, after 2 years, or I think after 2 years or so, she was able to open up another branch in Kaduna, and her business has been expanding. So, like I said, you have to ensure you network yourself. Join an association, because there are laws guiding the land, laws guiding the cities. If you don't associate with similar people in your business niche, you might not be able to know all these things.
Of course.
Exactly. Then the networking part, the email part, and the phone numbers part. So these are the things that you have to do in order to be able to, prosper in your business. So I think, with these few points, I believe you should be able to do more. Yeah,
the people that own you are telling you.
I think I'll be rounding up here.
Okay, are you going to come back after you attend to him? Okay, please attend to him. Thank you. Okay, this is a family-oriented network. This is a family-oriented program. We have, our children, our nephews and nieces. I have one knocking on my door right now every 30 seconds. So we totally understand. We love the children and they are the future. Okay, I'm going over to Kenny, and I want this conversation to be interactive right now. We've had the intense part. So I want it to be interactive. I want everybody to jump in. I'm going to Kenny, and I'm also going to be talking to Ore and Mr. Are as well. We're going to address this topic with regards to loans. So feel free to chime in. So Kenny, please, you can unlock, because age is the key, unlock your camera. So please unlock your camera so that I can ask you some questions. He has unlocked it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. He has unlocked the camera. Okay, so with regards to loans, SMEs and all, what is it that, let's say, was an SME saying, okay, I want to apply for a loan. I started my business. I'm 1 year in business, 2 years, 3 months, 2 years in business and all. What, as a former banker, what would you be looking out for when SMEs reach out to you and, they would like to apply for loans, and then you say yes? Or what is it that you look out for and then you say, no, this is a red flag, we are not going to give you the loan?
Okay, so as a former banker, more specific around an SME, what I'm basically going to look at is the person or the business potential to pay back, right? If, for example, the business has a bank account in my bank, I'm obviously going to look at the account statements to help his case, he or her case, the owner. I might ask for another bank account, a bank statement from a different bank. Of course, people use different. The whole idea really is to have a very good holistic total sum in terms of how much money, how much revenue that company is generating over time. That's basically it, really. If I see, for example, the person is looking for a loan of 10 million and has promised, say, maybe to pay back in 1 year, and I'm looking at this statement and I'm not seeing up to 10 million, most likely I might advise on a reduction, right? But if I see, say, 10 million and I see revenue of, say, 40 million or so, of course, even if he says he will pay back in 2 years, I'm comfortable with it. I think many people don't really like to delve into the other areas of collateral, because that's more work, in fact, for the bank, in terms of if they're not able to pay back and start moving up and down, looking for who to sell off there. That's not what the bank really wants. So really, the most important thing really is the amount of turnover the SME has, and yeah, that I would say that's primarily it. That's primarily it. Maybe for someone who is a little bit new, maybe for someone who is more like an angel investor and all that. From the knowledge I have, I believe what they were looking at more is turnover is important, but they also want to know how many customers, how many repeat purchase they have, how many active customers you actually have. Say, supposing the SME is an online business. So yeah, these are the main things that just came to my head. I'm pretty sure other members watching can contribute to this. Thanks.
Okay, so I like what you said. You need to be able to. I have a question for you. Don't unlock or lock your camera yet.
Is as if you saw my hand.
I saw that I did like this. I said no, hold it. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Just hold it. Okay. So I like what you said. The bank needs to be able to see it, that this money has gone through your account, or is it that the money has gone through the account, or that they have that actual amount?
Well, if you have that actual amount, then the question is why do you even need the money in the first place? So what they just want to say is the ability of you to pay back. I'm going to give an example. This is even for an individual. If an individual comes to you and he or she asks you for 500,000 naira, and and the person says, I'm going to pay you back. It doesn't really matter when he says he or she's going to pay you back. And let's say that individual is not working. Automatically, that this person doesn't have any means of paying you back. So the likelihood of you giving that person 500,000, it's not very likely. Let's put it that way. So at the end of the day, you might just want to give the person something that you can easily just forgo, right? You might say, no, let me just help you 50,000 and just go like that. So that's just that's basically essentially it. The person's ability to pay back. As I said, we don't really want to go into collaterals and all that guarantee.
Let's go into collaterals. What kind of collaterals are they looking for? Is the bank looking for gold, landed property, and then what is the okay?
Yeah, anything, any asset that is easily sellable, and it's definitely over the value that the customer is requesting for. So, for example, if he wants 10 million right now and he says he has a collateral of 10 million, I will not accept it. The bank will not accept it because they need to, because it's experience-wise. It's just like, for example, I think the best way to really describe this is declutter. If I buy something, a TV now, for example, for ₦1 million, in declutter, you're not going to sell it for ₦1 million, right? You're not going to sell it for ₦1 million. You're probably going to sell it for maybe 30-40% less. So that's how the bank is going to look at it, right? So if someone gives me 10 million, no, I'm not going to do it, right? I'll probably of double that value, in fact, because I want to make my money back real quick. So that's yeah.
Can we going off of what you just said, Kenny, can we segue a little bit into how Nigerian banks, the difference between the way Nigerian banks treat small businesses and, outside, like North America, Canada. I'll speak for Canada because I'm more familiar with them. In Canada, if you're a small business, there's no conversation about collateral. Nobody's asking for collateral. You're taking a line of credit because you need it to grow your business. That is even aside the many funding opportunities available for you, and that they will not ask you for any bureaucratic processes to track how you're going to pay or how you run your business, because I understand that you're a small business and you don't really have that kind of structure. But looking at the banking system, they know you might not be able to pay that money back really. They are looking at how you're going to continue to service that loan. And that's how the economy runs, and that's how the economy even gets their money. That's how the economy expands. What are the downside, pros and cons of both? Do you have any insights into how, if there are cons in that, and why is it that Nigerian banking system doesn't, operate that way? Operating from a perspective of letting the person just service the loan, but keep running your business, keep making your money, just service the loan too, like very tiny. You can lend something like $30,000, and you're going to be paying, maybe they'll tell you in a month you're paying $600. Yes, it looks like it's a lot, but in the scheme of things, it's very small compared to what you're actually earning. If you're earning something from that business, you don't have to have a collateral, because young people, where do you going to get money to get a big house? They want to lend 50 million. Where do you going to get money to get a house of 50 million or a property of 50 million for collateral? If they can demonstrate if their business is feasible, and maybe they even have a track record of making any money, why don't you check their earning potential and let that be how they service the loan, rather than paying back the loan and looking at how you can take the money and swap their collateral for what they borrowed from you. What are the cons? Because I don't really have enough education, but I think that would be beneficial to businesses that are listening to know, just, is it that banks are just wicked in Nigeria? Why?
Are the banks wicked? I don't want to call TP,
Yeah, banks just want to make money for their shareholders. That includes you that bought GT Bank shares, Zenith shares, FCMB shares. You want your profits, right? But and these are the day-to-day things that the bank needs to do. Speaking on that whole comparison, Nigerian banks, US banks. I don't really have much experience in US banks, but I do understand that they use a lot of credit scoring, and that is really or encompassing really of a lot of data, right? And of course, use that for insurance really. I also believe in a way that some of these banks, they have their ways of doing things, but I also feel also that their risk appetite is also high.
Very
so
low.
Yeah.
Okay. You mean in North America the risk appetite is higher?
I want to
That's what you
believe
think.
that. I want to believe that. But again, I also want to believe that there's a lot of government intervention in order to help these SMEs really, because if you look at it, ultimately, it's more like a circle money generating system for the country at large. Because, okay, for example, we are using StreamYard right now. It's not a Nigerian platform, but Nigerians pay on it. I can tell you right now that probably all the websites that are being used in Nigeria right now, probably at least over 90% of these websites are hosted outside Nigeria.
Yeah, hosted Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so,
for
and
sure.
people don't really think about how much money is going out for people just paying for their
Mm-hmm.
website subscriptions and domains. It's a lot of money, and that money is being sent back into these countries and all that. So when you look at it really from that holistic standpoint, you can see a lot of there's no way that these governments are not helping these SMEs on their own end to really generate this money. And again, many we here and in Nigeria, we like things quick. We want to get our money now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, that affects our risk appetite in the sense that we don't want to take so much risk because we have like a timeline. We want to
Yeah.
get this thing done right now. A good
Yeah.
example would be, for example, mortgage. Like many mortgage is not really so popular here, but I think one of the highest durations you have for mortgage is around maybe 15% right now. Hardly do you see 20%, not talk about 30%, like in the US and all. So again, loan mortgage is also a loan, right? It's just a loan specific
Yeah.
for housing.
Yeah.
So that also
Yeah.
applies. So all these things are, they all play a very vital role in how the banks treat loans given to SMEs.
So
This is so
how do
interesting.
it looks like either whichever way you look at it, SMEs and banks in Nigeria, it's not a relationship that's worth pursuing. If I can speak very openly, um, you know, that's why I was talking about um even though I was talking about businesses, small businesses or micro businesses finding sustainable means or to access income outside of their own day-to-day running for expansion and things like that, there has to be there has to be means to achieve that, even within Nigeria. But it looks like they have to look outwards. That might be the best bet because there are very, very few um what do you call those investment firms that don't remember the name.
Angel investors. I
No,
don't think we really have angel investors. That is not that common here in Africa. You see a lot of,
no, it's
shows like Shark Tank and the one you spoke about, or like
Dragon's Den.
yes, I think we need to normalize that. We need to normalize. Yes, a lot of businesses are doing CSR, but we need to also support our own. We need to also,
Mhm.
look inward and see what we can do for the communities around us. That's one of the reasons I thought about it. I was like, okay, my NGO is having it's going to be 7, which we were on the 21st of October. I was like, what can we do? It's not just about going and sharing rice and sharing money.
Mhm.
Like what
Mhm.
impact? What lasting impact? Yes, we will share the rice. As of 21st of October in Anambra State, we gave out food to 400, street children, which we do on a regular. In fact, every single month from July, we've been giving out 200, 300 packs too. You can go verify at Red Cross Onitsha. You can also go verify at Abakoba. We went as far as Otuocha as well to do these charitable works. And then we've been also, doing this and all. So, yes, we have we've been doing this, and definitely we're not going to stop. We're not slowing down anytime soon. I want to welcome the founder of Crafo Systems. He just joined in the person of Mr. Komla. He just joined us right now. You're welcome. You're
Welcome.
welcome. Please, can you unmute?
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to speak with you again as one of the coaches for this event. Sorry for coming in late. It's been a lot we've had going on trying to put some things together for tomorrow. But I just wanted to get on real quick to thank again Miss Ndale Modibe for her initiatives and her selflessness to showcase the power of her bloodline with Lewis Love Nest Foundation and her dedication to continue her grandfather's work to do what needs to be done for our people. But I'm here for the 10 minutes. If anybody needs or questions or anything like that, just let me know.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Komla. The family of Mr. Komla have been so gracious. We've done so many projects this year, starting from the Hacking the Human Mind in Suriname. We collaborated on business boost cyber resilience, and now we are simultaneously running, projects team, and they are running CCBC, which is cybersecurity capacity building course. So you're welcome. With the topic is on small businesses and big impact. I know he needs to jump off because they have their trainings are usually on Thursdays. For it's an 8-week course. They're in week 5 as well as we are in week 5 rounding up. So I wanted to ask you on SMEs and all, but before you go in, can you just give us a brief on your background and your company, and then before we go into the topic on small businesses big impact, what's your advice for SMEs that are looking to build structure and sustenance in today's economy?
Okay. First, my background's military. Have a little over 24 years of experience in cybersecurity. Me and my wife. Our initiatives is to, again, like the course that we're creating, capacity building, which is cybersecurity capacity building course. The goal is to teach and bring more awareness to cybersecurity and what we're doing.
Okay.
Sorry. The goal is to continue to move forward and what we're doing.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the goal is to continue to move forward and creating an awareness for cybersecurity. A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about cybersecurity and what the capabilities are. One of those being that we can push forward in our initiative to fill this huge gap in this industry for cybersecurity. We are well undermanned in our industry, and we believe that the continent of Africa can fill in that void so that we can establish ourselves in protecting our infrastructure. In regards to SMEs, I would say understand the systems that your companies operate under, and then find out how those initiatives affect the community around you. They do these little studies about our communities. I can say in the States, how they talk about the different ethnic groups and how money moves through those groups, where say the Asian community, the dollar may navigate through their community for like 2 or 3 weeks, and white communities is a little bit longer, but in black communities, it's like just a couple of hours, if that. And I think that's something that we only look at as SMEs when it comes to business and serving our communities. Do we actually serve our communities? The concept of business, I think, has been slowly forgotten as to what the purpose of a business is, which is to provide a service or a product. And I think we've forgotten that part, and we'll look more at how to make money, right? Well, throughout my life, I've been around a lot of people very successful, and money, honestly, is the last thing they think about. Money is the end product of your service or your product. Money is the end return, but the initiative is to fill a gap of a need, right? So I would always stress that to business owners. If you have a need and you started your business to fulfill a need, focus on that need. Not focus on it, but focus on the service to service that need, and get really good at doing that, and the money will come. But if you put your focus towards money first, then your services may take a hit. Your ability to innovate may take a hit because you're not doing it to fill the need. You're doing it to make money, right? And so that usually is a downfall for a lot of people who are SMEs starting their businesses, trying to get out of the first 5 years of whatever they're doing. So I always recommend, if you started your business to fulfill a need, focus on fulfilling that need, and then figure out how you can make it. Figure how you can build capacity filling that need, right? So if you And while doing that, of course, and from a cybersecurity perspective, make sure you're protecting your data and your customers' data, because that in itself can destroy a company. A lot of small businesses do not take the initiative to set up a cybersecurity plan alongside their business plan. We don't think that we either have initiative, either we think we won't get hacked, or we're too small to get hacked. Well, I can tell you that the majority of the hacks that are happening on day-to-day basis are through small companies. We only hear about the major companies getting hacked because of the amount of money that was hacked or the amount of information that was taken or stolen. But on a day-to-day basis, small and medium-sized businesses and startups are the ones that get hacked the most. And so when we talk to our clients, we always try to get them to understand that first. It's not a matter of if you get hacked, but when, right? And you need we always tell them to set up at least 3 documents in their cybersecurity plan, which is a business continuity plan, which means you have a strategy to sustain yourself during an attack or an incident, a disaster recovery plan, which focuses on all the IoT or IT equipment that's used to operate your business, and then also a incident response plan. What do you do if someone tries to steal your data or compromise your data or your company? Because all this in the end affects your brand. Okay, all of this affects your brand, because we all know how we'll get the news and Apple took a hit, or some major clothing store got hacked, or their point of service devices got hacked, and you see
Like
their stock market.
In Nigeria, I think GTB, their bank got hacked some time ago.
And then when that happens, everyone loses faith in that bank, right? So your credibility and your brand just now takes a hit, especially if you don't have one of those, not one, but all 3 of those documents in place and enforced. And these come inside the cybersecurity packages that we put together for small businesses and even larger businesses. But our focus is those whose main initiative is to take care of the community. We have an understanding of how systems work. Small businesses are what drive communities, not major corporations. It's the small business owner that keeps communities moving forward. You guys are the bloodline for every community. And if you're not properly protected, then the community is not properly protected. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, Ms. Ndali Modibe, I appreciate your efforts and what you're trying to do. Thank you for inviting Crawford Systems to your platform. And if anybody have any questions, please reach out to Ms. Ndali Modibe. She can give you all the resources you need to connect with us. I really do appreciate it. I will take one question if anybody has one before I do leave.
Okay. Any questions in the comments? Any questions from the coaches? Any questions from Mr. Komla, the founder of CEO Crawford Systems, a cybersecurity provider in Africa, best cybersecurity provider in Africa. I like to add to that. I like what you said. You know, these 3 plans, do you give a consultation for that, which is the business continuity plan, the disaster recovery plan, and the incident response plan? Do you offer consultations for people that their businesses got hit, people that maybe their social media got hacked? You know, do you have a solution for SMEs that experience this, and also where can they find you on social media?
Great question. Yes. When we do have consultation, those are the 3 documents that we put. We would like to talk in regards to sustaining the business. But first, we like to get the details of what your business is about, what critical assets that you need protected, and how do you plan on sustaining yourself. Then we would come together and create a cybersecurity plan for you. No business is the same, just like no system is the same. So each one is tailored to the actual individual business or lifestyle for those who just want consultation for protecting themselves and their lifestyle and how they do business online and things of that nature. So we are on LinkedIn. I believe you can also find us on Instagram, and we also, of course, have a website. But LinkedIn and Instagram is usually the best ways to get a hold of us. My other co-founder and wife, Ami Fafali, she's also on LinkedIn. And I don't know if we have a large presence on Facebook, but you can reach out and follow us on Instagram. And if anybody's interested in taking our cybersecurity capacity building course, if you're here in Ghana for right now, then the next class starts November 28th. We'll disclose that information to Ms. Ndale Modebe if she feels the ability to send it out to you guys, if anybody's interested.
Oh, wonderful. There's a question for you, please, before you go. She says, how best does one provide security, especially on phone, while navigating through other apps? Thank
Okay,
you,
great
Chema.
question. Great question. When we're talking to our business owners, we ask them questions. For example, how many apps do you have on your phone? And out of those apps you have on your phone, how many do you actually use to run your business? We always recommend limiting the amount of apps that you install because of the information that apps gather on your phone. Major corporations like to collect data. We're not too keen on allowing companies to collect data if we don't need to use their services. A lot of the nations that we live in don't have proper protocols for protecting our data from outside companies like Facebook, Google, and things of that nature. So we always tell them, if you have apps on your phone that you do not utilize, immediately just uninstall them because you don't need them. And if you have to install an app for a specific purpose, install the app. Once the purpose is met, uninstall the app. Because what you don't know is that every second this app is going through your contacts, their access to your microphone, access to your camera, all these things that is asking you that it needs access to, and you're giving permission to do it, it is actually doing it. Until you can go into your settings and you can deny some of these apps from using some of your services. But I honestly can't guarantee that that's actually what's happening unless you do a diagnostics on the phone and track what the apps are actually doing, which is kind of hard to do because you got to have special software for that. But what I would suggest is that if your concern is utilizing the apps, you can go into your settings, depending if you have an Apple or Android. You can look in your settings, and then there's options to give apps certain permissions, like to your microphone, to your camera. But that still doesn't stop the amount of data that it does gather from you every second. Okay, all these apps have to call back home. That's what we say. It has to call back home to the main server to get updates. While it's doing that, data is going with it. Okay, so if you don't need the app, uninstall it. That's the first thing. And second, go into your settings. There are some restrictions you can put on applications, but the way the technology is running now with these phones, you're really losing more of your ability to have your privacy. I know a lot of us are really big on privacy. The newer the phone gets, the less privacy you get. I'm just going to put it like that. So when you get these new smartphones, you notice how we can't take the battery out anymore. So these phones really don't die. So even if the power goes out, the phone still has enough power to save the memory before it went dead. That's why when you cut it back on, you still have the same screens that you had before it died on you. And there's no telling what other functionality that it has. And so again, not to sound paranoid or scare anybody, but we always recommend to limit your access to your phone. For example, we don't have our phones in our bedrooms if we don't have to. We put them somewhere else and then we go to bed. There's a lot of other security stuff that I would get into. But in regards to apps, just uninstall it if you're not needing it. Go to the settings and put as many restrictions as you can on the app. But again, if we don't build these apps, then we really don't know what they're doing when we're not using them. I hope that answers your question.
Chama, please, does this answer your question? Coach Kenny said something. He sent me a message. It was like, with regarding apps, even when you want to update your banking system, your banking app, he says that it's recommended that you don't use public Wi-Fi. I believe this is also because if you use public Wi-Fi, I'm not a tech person, but I have a feeling that public Wi-Fi can also make your banking app more vulnerable. Is that what you're trying to say, Kenny? Are you still here? Can you unmute? And then maybe you and Mr. Komla can just Are you here, Kenny?
Yeah, yeah. That's in addition to what is said. Most times we normally have like security training. So these were thoughts that just came to my mind. Avoid using, putting in, going, basically making banking transactions with public Wi-Fi. There are certain apps that aren't on the Play Store, but that's a different way of downloading it directly from source. That's also not advisable. And I sent you. I know I sent something else to you. Okay, yeah, regarding updating your apps also. I think that's also important also. And of course, as I said, really, I took that point in terms of if there are certain apps that you haven't really opened for the past 6 months, even your Android, for example, is an Android, would notify you that, hey, you have not opened this app for a bit, and that might just give you the opportunity to just uninstall it. So I think all these advice are really valid, and we should just apply them. Yeah. So anyway, I have to go now. It's like past my
Thank you
bedtime
so
here.
much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Kenny. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Mr. Yes. Mr. Komla, go
Great.
ahead.
I was going to say that's great advice. Yes. If you're using public Wi-Fi, have a VPN installed on your phone to help encrypt the data back and forth. They have apps for that now. You can install a VPN that will kind of give you some security on a public Wi-Fi, but it's not really. I don't really recommend utilizing public Wi-Fi. I would say get your own Wi-Fi or use your phone as a hotspot. So that's another great advice. Thank you for putting that out there. And I have to go as well. I have to finish up doing what I'm doing and get ready for tomorrow. But thank you again for the platform. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys. That was Mr. Komla of Crafo Systems. Him and Mrs. Fafali have between themselves over 40 years experience working for the United States Navy. They have been so helpful to our different initiatives and progress products, services, different programs basically. So I want to give a big shout out and thank you to them. All right. So these we are four in the house. If you can hear me, please say hello. I'll ask you one or two more questions and then we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much, Kenny. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Quimoremi, she simultaneously was publishing an article while she was on the live. Isn't that gangster? Isn't that amazing? Thank you also to Mr. Are. He's literally in transit right here. Ore actually is, doubling as a super mom. Don Francis is doing the same thing, working on projects and doubling as a dad. I just want to appreciate every single person for joining in tonight. I just have one more question and then we'll wrap up. Can anybody unlock their camera, because we are locking cameras now? Okay, Don Francis has unlocked his own. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome back. Have you settled our crying baby? We can't hear you.
I am here. Yeah. Maybe any questions, anything at all, we can.
Oh yes, yes,
We can talk about it before the end of the evening.
Okay, awesome. So what I wanted to ask is with regards to Project Steam. Do you feel that people that actually took this course seriously, do you feel that is going to be impactful, or do you think that we just came together to just be talking for how many days? Like, do you think that people are going to take this home and then make something out of it, what we've been doing so far?
Yeah, definitely. As far as someone is consistently following up with all the series of lectures that have been going on, there is no way someone will just, there is no way the individual will just go back and not learn something. And it is very important, very vital that it's not just about hearing, just like you say that faith without works is dead,
It's
You don't
dead.
just you don't just hear everything and pack it up like theory and keep it, maybe write it in a book and not working on how to implement it or apply it, you see. And so everything that since this program started, I think from 1st of October, right? Since this program started and until now, a lot have been said, a lot have been learned. So the onus now is for the hearer to go back and start practicalizing or practicalize what he or she has learned so far. Yeah, I mean, a lot has been shared, So, but I know that, just like I said earlier, and I'm sorry that I wasn't able to complete everything that I wanted,
Okay,
But
before we have a question, this question is asking Ego Onorude from Warri, Nigeria, is asking, what is VPN? I understand that VPN is short for virtual private network, but as an ICT person, after you land your point, maybe you want to explain to him what VPN is.
Okay, no problem. So, like I said earlier, each and every one that has been attending this program, just try your best to practicalize what you've learned. You have to start from somewhere. Maybe you might start from registering your business, or you might start from maybe writing a business plan on how to actualize your business. Okay, so based on the question Ego asked on VPN, so just like you said, virtual private server, virtual private network. So VPN is actually a software. So for instance, I remember Kumlan, I think Kenny, right? I was listening on the discussion, based on how, I think, what's her name? I think Orafe also asked the question about being using a public Wi-Fi. You see, my own perspective, the question now is, it all depends on the reason why you wanted to make use of a public Wi-Fi. It all depends on the reason. I remember when I first came into United States, I came from Nigeria, so when I landed, I think I landed in Los Angeles. So when I landed, I turned on my phone and there wasn't a network. There wasn't MTN network because I came from Nigeria. And there is no way I would have been able to contact some of my guys here, because they were like calling my phone. Oh, they say, oh, we know he is still in the plane and there's no way he will answer our call. So I had to connect to the public Wi-Fi in the airport, because there is no way I would have been able to, make WhatsApp calls or even Facebook calls, that kind of stuff. So, like I said, it depends on the reason why. If it is something that has to do with emergency, it's very important. And it's very important, then I will encourage you to connect so that you can be able to, talk to your friends. So it depends. So back to virtual private network. So the reason why a lot of companies all over the world use VPN, they use VPN because they want to hide over a mask. So for instance, in Nigeria, we have this traditional masquerade, right? The masquerade covers his face, right? And you'll be surprised, for instance, let's assume your brother is under a masquerade and your brother is chasing you. There's no way you will know it is your brother, right? There's no way you will know because he's under a mask, right? So now that mask has given him another identity. Maybe the only way you might know is maybe your brother talks, you might say, this voice, I think this voice belongs to my brother. That's the only way. But apart from that, it might be difficult for you to know. So VPN now is a masking software. So what do I mean by masking? So first of all, we all have to understand that every computer, every IoT device, currently I'm doing my research on IoT. IoT means Internet of Things. So every computer system in the world, every computer that is built right now has what we call IP. IP or IP address is Internet Protocol. So now your IP address is like your home address. You get it now. And someone can, for example, now, maybe one of us here and I'll ask you, what is your address? And you tell me your address. So your address anywhere in the world. If I want to come there, it can take me days, right? I'll be able to get to that location. So now your IP address, in the computer world is your location. So most computers and the most companies out there have been hacked, have been attacked. So, and they've been attacked because people that the attackers were able to, reveal or be able to get access to their IP. So because of that, they decided to use VPN. So what VPN does, VPN gives you a pseudo IP address. It provides a pseudo IP address. And with that pseudo IP address, you can be able to browse the internet, giving you your privacy. So even if there are hackers and attackers, they won't be able to know your real IP address. You understand? And not just that, you can claim that you are in the United States, whereas you are in Nigeria and you are there stuffing, buying things. For instance, there are a lot of websites that limit some certain countries. Maybe they kind of filter Nigeria, Ghana. They say they don't want this country, they just want US. And probably you love what they sell there. You have a VPN there, you change your IP to saying that you are in United States, and you visit the website here, and behold, the website is open. You are able to browse, do everything you want to do because you are masked, right? You are using a different IP. So that is what VPN does. So VPN provides security. Most VPNs have what we call firewall. Firewall is another software that helps to inhibit incoming cybersecurity attacks. It helps to inhibit that attack coming directly to you. So those VPN, they have some incentives, good things that helps. Just like I said, they can assign you another IP address. Maybe you can even change it to IP address from Brazil. So you see, there are free VPNs. Maybe I can share them. There are free VPNs you can even download for your phone or for your laptop if you decide, and there are paid ones. So VPNs are softwares you can use to mask yourself, protect your data. Because sometimes as you are in the internet, you won't know that everything is open. As far as your IP is showing, everything is open. That means somebody can interfere with the traffic. Somebody can be able to, send some signals or send some what we call recognizance attack. The recognizance attack, they were just trying to, get into your computer or send you a malware or send you a virus. So that is why VPNs, a lot of big companies out there, they use VPN, but everything boils, even if you don't use VPN, everything boils down on what and what you want to download, just like Kumlan said, what and what you want to download to your laptop, what and what you want to use, right? So if you don't have need for a software, no need to use that. I remember from time to time, sometimes I even get this message, like Facebook will send me this message, that kind of authorization code. Are you trying to log in? I'll just laugh, and that's probably someone somewhere is trying to gain access to my Facebook account.
Wow.
So all I have to do is just to change my password, So, and even emails, I do that. I have all this two-factor authentication, because I want to protect. So because this password, you see, passwords are not very, they are not 100% as safe as you think. So that's why you have a second layer of security over your devices, over your gadgets, over your account, whether banking, whether social media. So VPN helps with that. And for most people, to get a premium VPN, I'm telling you, it costs. It's very costly. Some of them cost as much as $100 per month, some 50, some 30. But like I said, there are free VPN. I remember some time ago, my brother, he once accepted what I said they won't allow him. But when I click on that website, it opens because my IP, it says United States, right? I said, okay, I told him, don't worry. I was able to get a VPN. I sent him the link. I said, download it. He downloaded it. I told him, okay, you can change your IP address to Chicago. He was able to change his IP address as someone coming from Chicago, and he was able to access that website. You see the thing now. So that is one of the things about VPN. I believe I've answered that question, right? Yes.
Yes, you've actually done justice to the question. Thank you very much. Ego was asking, he says, is it advisable for someone to install VPN on his phone? I think yes.
Yes, yes, it is advisable. Okay, for instance, now I think last 2 or 3 months I had a VPN because there are some certain things I wanted to do and I used it. At some point, I just removed it because I never had need for that VPN. You see, so there is nothing absolutely wrong you having a VPN software in your phone, and there is nothing absolutely wrong also having it in your laptop. But if most of the websites you visit, you already know these websites by head, you know them. It may not be really that necessary to have VPN. For instance, let's assume you are somebody that runs business and you know that you have this niche of websites you visit. If it is not Facebook, it is Instagram. If it is not Instagram, it is Twitter, and maybe back to Naira Land and back to take your emails, and that's it for you. You don't even go the extra mile. So you might still not need VPN. But if a time has come that there is one website like that, and you know that that website probably sells, they have products. And whenever you visit as Nigerian, they don't allow you because they see your IP. Said, okay, you want to start buying from them, you want to use another third party shipping company to buy from them, then there's a need for you to get a VPN, right? So all I'm saying, you want to have it in your phone, perfectly fine. But remember this, you have to be security conscious. And for you to be security conscious, make sure you run software updates. Like me, my laptop, I normally allow software updates to proceed. And for my phone, I also allow software updates to proceed. I always make sure all the softwares are updated because some of the softwares you have in your phone, if some of the softwares have versions, we have version 1, version 2, they keep growing. If you look at them, like sometimes you go to about of that software, you see the version, they'll say version 6.0. Now, if assuming you have a particular software and you are selling version 6.0 and the update has been sent from their server and you never care, you never want to bother to get that update, you never want to do that patch. Now they've moved to version 7.0, you are still in 6.0. Now you are prone to cyber security risk, cyber attack, because if hackers are able to gain access to your phone, they might be able to gain access to that software because you've not updated. And the reason why most of these softwares patch their softwares and run security updates, because probably there are some vulnerabilities, there are some issues with that particular version, they have to update. It's just like doing a correction. After doing correction, they move to the next. Then they do correction again, they keep moving. Because that is technology. The world of technology is changing. So, my dear, I think you are okay. You want to have VPN, fine. But like I said, ensure all your softwares are always updated. Sometimes I go to Play Store. If you use Android like me, I go to Play Store. I look for updates to see. Sometimes I see like up to 10 or 15. And I'll say, fine, let me go ahead and install those updates. I'll just run those updates, Yeah.
Okay, so I can see the comments. I think there's Ego, are you satisfied with this response on VPN? Are you satisfied? Chichoma says what she speaks here is that she needs to update her software regularly. Yes, your laptop, your phones, you need to update. Salami Damilola says, thank you so much for this. Okay, so we have Coach Orolua and Coach Austin, Mr. Austin, in the house. Please, can you unmute or unlock? We want to do a quick pop quiz, a quick giveaway, and it's for those that are here. It's for those that are here. So if you're not here online, you are gonna miss a lot of things. So if you've been paying attention, you're going to do very well in this pop quiz. You're going to do very, very well in this pop quiz. So Mr. Austin, can you hear us? Or can you hear us? Don Francis, you're here. Okay, Ego says, thanks, you just answered my question. I'm going to put it up there. All right, awesome. Are we having fun tonight? Are we having fun tonight? Okay. So we want to do like a quick pop quiz. I'm going to give everybody like about 5 minutes. Miracle is circulating the information in the groups. So 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. And we are going to start. We're going to start. Fastest fingers, fastest people to answer will get what we have to give tonight. And then, okay. All right, are you here? Can you hear us? Mr.
Yes, I can
Austin?
hear you. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So we're about to do like a giveaway. Don Francis, please, can you unlock your camera, please? All right, are you home? Please unlock.
Nah, far from home. I'm not home. I'm
You're still driving. Oh my.
No, not well. Just doing the errands. They have activities, so I take them on the activities.
Okay,
The kids,
okay,
I
I
mean.
see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some prizes for people that will perform well. The prices include, we have cash prizes, we have consultation prices, we have ebook prices, we have data and airtime prices tonight. So I want to see the people that will win. So we have cash prizes, consultation prizes. We also have ebook prizes and data. So I want someone to win. I want people to win from all over, from Ghana, Nigeria. We have enough to give. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, ask the question. Each question has a duration of 2 minutes, and you need to answer. Each question has a duration of 2 minutes. Are you ready in the comment section to answer? If you're ready in the comment section, let me see you. I want to see your coaches. Can you see the comments? Can you see the interaction in the comments? Don Francis or can you guys see
No,
the
we don't. I don't see the. I'm not
you don't
seeing
see the
the
comments? Oh
comments.
my goodness.
No,
Okay, so
except when you
Salami.
put it up. So that's what
Okay.
I see.
Good. We are getting so many. Yes, we are ready. Yes, we are ready. Yes, we are ready. All right. Yes, we are ready. Ego. Yes, we are ready. Awesome. Choma, where are you? You've been part of this from the beginning. Don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity. All right. So let's go. And the clock starts now. Is 11:46 here. The question is, what is IDD? Type it in the comment section. If you've been paying attention since what we've been shouting, we've been screaming it every day. What is IDD? 2 minutes, the clock is ticking. What is IDD? The first person to type. What is IDD? Question, pop quiz. What is IDD? I'm going to put it up on the screen. Pop quiz. What is IDD? What is good? Choma, you're here. I like that. Where is Ben? What is IDD? What is IDD? Question 1. 1 minute gone. 1 more minute left. What is IDD? What is IDD? 1 more minute left. 1 minute going. What is IDD? What is IDD? I'm putting it up on the screen now. What is IDD? What is IDD? What is IDD? Few more seconds left. What is IDD? Nobody. Bikono. What is IDD? What is IDD? I know our coaches know what IDD means, because I've been shouting it every day, and also they're aware of what we're doing. But this is for the participants, for our innovators. What is IDD? People on Instagram land, Facebook land, what is IDD? What is IDD? I'm checking through our Facebook. I'm checking through our Instagram, checking through Facebook. Let me see. What is IDD? What is IDD? Please type your responses. Ego just type something. It says information developer. I don't have ideas about that though. Okay. What is IDD? Please be typing your responses. What is IDD? What is IDD? I want to see your responses. 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 What is IDD? Okay, time is up. Time is up. No, we got one answer on YouTube. Information developer from Ego, and sadly the answer is wrong. IDD means iodine deficiency. Yes, it has to do with iodine deficiency, something we've been talking about here every single day. IDD, that is the crux of what the Lewis Love Nest is all about. Iodine deficiency disorder. Iodine deficiency disorder. So you got it wrong, Ego. We still have a few more opportunities, so be close to your phones. We're about to call the next question. IDD is iodine deficiency disorder, is a health condition caused by the lack of sufficient iodine in the diet. Iodine is an essential mineral needed for the production of thyroid hormones. It regulates growth, development, and metabolism. Iodine is when it's deficient in the body, for anybody, male, female, child, mother, and all that, it causes so many health problems like goiter, hyperthyroidism, intellectual developmental delays, pregnancy complications, and all that. How you can consume iodine salt, iodine is to consume iodized salt daily. And they also have fortified foods with nutrients as well. Salami says intellectual disability. You are wrong. You said you just joined today. It's all right, but you've been on the WhatsApp group. Okay, next question. And the clock starts once I launch the question. What is the meaning of STEM? STEM. What is the meaning of STEM? What is the meaning of STEM? Fastest fingers. The first two people to get it will get something. What is the meaning of STEM? 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 Second question is, what is the meaning of STEAM? What is the meaning of STEM? What is the meaning of, I'm posting it now. And then what is the meaning of STEAM? That's the next question. And then what is the meaning of STEAM? What is the meaning of STEAM? So this project STEAM, we've been shouting every single day for almost 30 days, for exactly 30 days. What is the meaning of STEM? And what is the meaning of STEAM? Anybody, fastest fingers, anybody, fastest fingers. What is the meaning of STEM? What is the meaning of STEAM with regards to education? And the clock starts now. You have 2 minutes. It ends at 23:54. What is the meaning of STEAM? What is the meaning of STEM? After this, we have 2 more questions. Oh, don't tell me nobody will win these prizes this night. I will just go and cry. What is the
Let me go. Are we also included?
Are you included?
So that we'll be answering now.
If they don't answer, then I guess we'll have to include our coaches, because I don't understand. We've been shouting for 30 days. Bikono, no do this to me. What's the meaning of STEAM? What's the meaning of STEM? Project STEAM everywhere. Look at it at the top here. Project STEAM. STEM. Does anybody know what is STEAM and STEM? Bikono. And this offer ends right after this live. It doesn't continue. You can't DM and say, oh, you got it later. No. Once the duration passes, is it 1 more minute to go?
If they don't answer, I will answer them. I will help
Okay,
them.
if they don't answer, if they don't answer,
I will answer it for them.
Abi, okay, 1 more minute to go. Because no munnem. 1 more minute to go. What is STEAM and what is STEM? What is STEAM and what is STEM? Hey, Choma, Ego, Salami, Ben. Una no know wetin be STEAM and STEM. Make us speak PG. Hey, Charlie. Okay, time is up. Please,
So make I answer now. Abi.
Don Francis, please answer.
Okay. Or should I give them expo? So S is science. So they should know the remaining. Why the last M is mathematics? So STEAM, if you STEM doesn't have A, which is arts. So it should be easy for them now to answer, right?
Okay, so Don Francis has given you expo. He said S is for science, M is for mathematics. STEAM has an A, which is arts. What is the T in STEM? And what is the T and A in STEAM? If you don't answer this one, 1 more minute, we take it home. I know that you have not been paying attention. Nobody. So I will take all this, my money like this, and go home. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody. With all the ChatGPT lessons, nobody. Hey, Chineke. Abba, Father. Let me check Facebook. Let's see if our Facebook people are getting something. Let's check Facebook. Let us check Facebook. See what Facebook is saying. Okay. Facebook, any response? Will Facebook redeem you guys? Is it Facebook that will redeem you? Does Facebook have the response? Instagram? Nobody? Okay. All right. Well, Don Francis, what do you suggest we do?
I mean, just explain it to them. So they don't know what is STEAM.
All right.
I was thinking that those that are into science, all those things that go conferences, should by now know what it is.
I like this, your child that shouted that. What did you do to him or her? What did you do to him or her?
Nothing. Nothing. That is one of those things. So what do you suggest you do to them? I mean,
okay.
You have to explain it to them if they don't know it.
We have a response finally from Damilola. Damilola and then Ego. Okay, Damilola sent a message and said, STEM is an approach to learning and development that integrates the areas of science, technology, engineering, and maths. Thank you. At least we have not been wasting our salivas for 30 days. Thank you. And then, do you know the meaning of STEAM? Okay, we have a message from Ego. Ego says, I just joined you guys today. I don't think that he knows the okay, don't worry, you can always go back and catch the replays and all. Thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, so we have one answer, we have one winner. Salami Damilola just won herself a gift right here, right now, because she answered the questions for STEM. Now, can anybody answer what is STEAM? I can just give an extra 1 minute. What is STEAM? So if STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, then what is STEAM with an A? That is what we are doing right now. What is STEAM? What is team? What is team? One more minute. One more minute. One more minute. And then we'll go on to the next question. One more minute. One more minute. One more minute. One more minute. Stay till the end of this live. Don't go. Stay till the end. We have plenty of things for you. And we are kind of wrapping up right now. One more minute to go. Anybody? What does team mean? What does team mean? What does team mean? One more minute to go. We are done. All right. Okay. I already said the answer: science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Those are core areas for STEAM, and the STEM core area for STEM are science, technology, engineering, and math. Initially, all we had was just STEAM. All we had was just STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and maths. But later on, they inculcated art. So now we have STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics. So yes, Salami won herself a gift. Salami just won herself a gift. Salami, please, can you post your account details so that we can credit you live on the platform? Also, are you in business? Are you in our Project Team platform? Are you on the Project Team platform, please? So the good thing is, for security purposes, once the YouTube live is over, the your chat, I don't think your chat will be in the comments. So post your bank details. Good. Post your bank details and we're going to credit you right now. I wish somebody had gotten the meaning of STEM, but it's fine. Post your bank details. And then we'll credit you right away. So I have another question. Name five coaches that coached you in Project STEAM 2024. Just their first names. Put it in the comments. 5 coaches that coached you in Project STEAM 2024. I don't want to go into their topics. But name, all these things are in the group. All these details are in the group. Name 5 coaches that coached you in Project STEAM 2024. Salami, please put your account details so we can credit you now. Please put your account details so we can credit you. And also, do you have a business? If you have a business, can you tell us what you do so that we can know, I should check what. Okay, you sent it as a private chat. Okay, all right. I just saw your message. Okay. Okay. You said I should check what, please? Check what exactly, Salami? Salami, send me your account details. Did you send it on WhatsApp? I can't see your account details. I can't see your account details. Okay, we're moving on to the next question. The next question is this. Post the first names, 5 coaches that I've taught you. You have 3 on the screen, plus myself. 5 coaches, post their first names that I've taught you in Project STEAM. We're making it very easy, because if we decide to make it difficult like this, so we're trying to make it easy. We're wrapping up. We have just about 10-20 minutes to go, and then we'll call it the night. 5 coaches that I've taught you in Project STEAM 2024. 5 coaches. Yeah, Choma, the time for this has passed. Now we're asking, Choma answered the question, but this question has passed. What we're asking now is name 5 coaches. Name 5 coaches that taught you, that coached you in Project STEAM 2024. Name 5 coaches that coached you in Project Team 2024. Name 5 coaches that coached you in Project Team 2024. I'm going to put a time frame. So this question is for 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and then we close it up. And then we have one more question, and then we are done with this segment. 5 coaches that coached you on Project Team 2024. Five coaches that coached. We have passed team. We have passed team. We have passed them. The only thing we are asking now is 5 coaches that have coached on Project Team 2024. My coaches, does anybody want to ask one last question? Any more questions? Or do you have a question you would like to ask? Maybe I'm asking difficult questions. I don't know. Mr. Austin, Don Francis, any questions? Any questions? Any questions you'd like to ask for this pop quiz, Ore?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. All right. Mr. Austin, Don Francis, any questions you want to ask with regards to the pop quiz? Salami, I should please check what? What do you want me to check? Post your account details. I can't see your account details. We are going to be closing this live soon. What do you want me to check exactly? Okay. Miracle, please, can you take Salami's phone number so that I can forward me her details? I wanted to credit her or him live on YouTube, but they are not there. I don't know what they're telling me to check, and I don't know what to check because my private chat is empty. Yes, you're Mary. Okay, Mary, please can you send your account details so that we can credit you? If it's Momo, if it's Access Bank, please can you post it? Or you don't want to post? You don't want to share? In what box? I can't see any answer in the box. Which box exactly? Choma, please, can you just copy it for me and post it yourself? Because I can't see any answer in any box. Okay? Copy Alomia post to Olumia. I can't see it unless maybe YouTube has banned account numbers, but I can't see any details here. Can you see it, Choma? If you can see it, please post it. Post it for me so I can see it. You post it with your name. Let me see it, please. Okay, I don't know what's happening. All right, guys. So you don't know the name of your coaches as well. You don't know the name of your coaches. You don't know the meaning of STEAM. You don't know what to do. Please post your. You can see it. Can you copy it and send to me? Can you copy it and post it? Because I can't see it. This is what I'm seeing in my chat. This is what I'm seeing in my chat. There is no account detail here. Okay. I want 5 coaches. 5 coaches. 5 coaches. Okay, Boluwatife says Coach Ore. Ego says Don Francis Ndali. Okay. I posted it on your Instagram live. Why are you posting it on my Insta? Post it on YouTube here. You guys, what's happening? Miracle, Nne, copy the account details and send to me on WhatsApp. Coach Moremi, good. I want 5. Post it together. The first person to post the 5 coaches together, not one. Post it together. Fastest fingers. Post it together. Even Miracle, you're qualified to be a part of this. So post it together. Coach this, 5. First person, you're dropping it in 1s and 2s. Nne, don't post on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm seeing the YouTube chat. Post it together. Coach this, this. The first person to give it to me 5 in one chat wins. Don't take the prize home. We have been talking. I can see you, Choma, but I cannot see the account details. Okay, Mary. Okay, Mary, she sent me her details on WhatsApp. All right, that's good. Say don't take the price home. Then you guys have to be active. You have to be active. You have to be active. You don't want me to take the price, I'll take it home. So you have to be active, okay? And be fast. Give me the 5 coaches. Follow instructions. I said this at the beginning. I'm looking for people that can follow instructions. If you are able to follow instructions, you're going to be very, like, you're going to go very far. Good. Ego says Moremi Ore Francis Ndale. One more. I need it. Ego is about to win this right now, and he just came today. Moremi Ore Francis Ndale. One more. 5. I need 5 coaches. 5 coaches. I want to see it together in one line, one sentence. 5 coaches. Moremi Ore Francis Ndale. One more.
Part of our Crafo system. They don't know his name too.
They don't know his name.
They've forgotten the Crafo system. What
You
of
see?
the flower? What's the name of that guy? Okay, I won't say his name. What's the name of his company?
Wildflower. His name is there. His name is there.
Wildflower. Okay.
Okay. So Boluwatife just commented Ore more. Okay, let's count it. Ore Moremi, Coach Ore, Coach Moremi, Coach Francis. That's 3. Barrister BN One. That's 4. Coach Fafali. That's 5. Boluwatife has won the prize. I'm giving one more person a chance, just one more person a chance to get it, to show you that we want you to win. One more person a chance to post. Don't go and copy Boluwatife's own. There were over 17 coaches that coached. Over 17 coaches that coached. So you don't want to. This is the first correct answer we got from Boluwatife. Ego commented Moremi or Francis Ndale, right? But the thing now is he commented 4. So the first person to give me 5. Okay, Moremi, Francis or Ndale, Fafali. Okay, good. Ego has won the second answer. Good. So we have 3 winners. We have Salami, which is Mary Damilola. We have Boluwatife, and then we have Ego. Can you clap for yours? Let's clap for them, please. Let's give them a round of applause and congratulate them. I posted my answer. All right. Okay, so we're going to credit everybody here live. We're going to credit everybody live on IG. We're going to credit everybody live on IG or Facebook, IG, and YouTube. Our coaches, our sponsors, Ore and Don Francis, what do you suggest that we credit them for answering these questions? From the span of 40,000 to 20,000 naira, what do you suggest that we give them? 3 of them each.
Well, my suggestion is, if there is any winner or anyone among the winners that has not yet registered his or her business, I think if business registration is not that costly, I think that would be a wonderful gift. At least it's something that they gain from attending the business-oriented workshop, you know. I'm just
So
suggesting, if business registration is not, if you check and find out how much it takes to register a business, I think it'd be a wonderful thing. I think in the space of 3 to 4 years, when the person look back, the person will say, "Oh, this was how I eventually opened my business." Yeah,
so you're
something like
saying
that makes a lot of
like
sense.
the person that wins should get like a CAC business registration.
I didn't say company. You know, we have company registration. That one is more costly. CAC, business registration.
Like
Yes,
the name,
probably something like
registering the name, right?
Business
yeah,
name.
yes, helping the person go through registering and successfully registering it and getting the certificate for that person without the person putting his or her money. Just the business registration. I think that would be
I think
wonderful
that's
thing.
it. Is it okay? Amongst the people here, are all your businesses Ego, Buluwatife, and Mary? Are all your businesses registered? Or what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I don't know if they will agree though, because I know some people want the cash in their account.
Exactly.
But I think it's a very good idea
Hmm.
because,
You
like you
see,
said, tomorrow they'll be able to remember that this is one thing I gained, and you might not use the business today, but
But they'll
one day
definitely use
somebody
it.
will say, "Oh, come and do this thing." You say, and then they will say, "Do you have a business registered?" And then that time you start scratching your head. How long has
Do
it
you
been
know how?
registered? Because sometimes they look at that.
Do you have an idea how much it costs to register businesses now? I did
If you're
mine.
dealing directly with CRA and it's just the name registration, I think now is maybe about 25, 30. And the last time I checked, and it might not even be as expensive as that.
Okay,
Except you're
just
going
the.
through a lawyer that would do all that ceremony.
Do you have any contacts there?
I used to, but I've not engaged in a while. So I don't know if those
Okay.
contacts are still hot.
Okay, so I think this makes sense. I think this makes sense instead of just okay. So does anybody here among the winners, do you have business names? Do you have your business is registered? Are your businesses registered? Or I'm thinking, should we give them the option to register? What if they already have a registered business? Can they now opt for the cash?
I guess.
yes, I believe so. Anybody that has a business maybe cash,
Hey. Okay, so Ego says he's a transporter. Right now, he doesn't know if he needs a business registered, but we can educate him more on it. You're a transporter, yes. So Ego, does it mean you don't have any other business apart from the transportation business? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Does anybody else? Is anybody here? Does anybody here have a registered business? And does anybody here want to register their businesses? You can just put it in the comments and then we'll take your names and then your desired business names and all. Ego says, Ego, can someone explain to Ego the benefit of registering a business? Because me, I know there are so many benefits. It authenticates what you're doing, and sometimes you may not even need. Okay, you have your business registered on Smiden. Yes, all right. We can also do Smiden registrations, right?
Yes, Smeden is a good way. But the thing is, they register business. Okay, well, that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, Smeden is very
Yes.
good.
Miracle put out in the group. I think and Smiden is also very affordable, so we can do about maybe 20 persons, right? on the platform. What do you think? All right.
Yeah,
Are you
that's a
there?
good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
Miracle, put out in the group. Say you want is there any business in Nigeria? Because I don't know about the process in Ghana that would like to register their businesses with Smiden. I have a contact with somebody in Smiden that would like to register their business in Smiden. One business per person. Put a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 20, right? One dot bar. First 20 people to send in their names and their business names. We're going to engage with them and pay for them to have their businesses registered with Smiden. Then we're going to do that even for everybody here. We can take that off your shoulders. But also for those that answer this question, I also, because I also want to give them something as well, so that they can have like maybe breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So like I was saying, an amount between, should we do 20,000 each or 30,000 each? What do you think?
I prefer to leave that to your discretion, Danny.
Don Francis,
Yes. Yep. I'm here.
20K each, 30K each. What do you think?
You mean, well, yeah. It depends on how many people we have. I mean, 20,000 is good to start. So is this the end of the program? That's what I want to ask.
So
30. This is
tomorrow is the last day. We're going to be doing our last training tomorrow.
okay.
Tomorrow is Thursday. We're doing our final training tomorrow. We'll wrap everything up nicely and all. But for those that join the chat with the coaches, I believe that they should also have something in their pockets, that they can use to say, okay, I attended live and this was the benefits that I got. So you guys, do you want us to monetize it, or should we, what do you think in the comment? If you want cash, put cash. If you want, let me know in the comments what you want, and then I am able to do that. Can you just be dropping your details? Ego, Salami, and Chiom. Was it Ego, Salami, and who was the third person? Chiom. Was it Choma? Boluwatife. Ego, Salami, and Boluwatife. Just drop it. You can send it to me privately on WhatsApp. I will credit it immediately. So you said 20, Don Francis, right?
Yes, I think 20 is a good start because you don't know. Maybe tomorrow you might.
Tomorrow, yes. And we already
want
gave out.
to.
Yeah, we gave out like 50. We gave out 50. We gave out 20 on the 21st. Okay, so private chat me after the program, please. Okay, please post your details, or I want to credit sharp. And then when you receive it, can you post the screenshots that you received in the group and let us acknowledge that you've received it? Details. Everybody, send me your details. I've received Mary's own. I've not seen Ego's own. Ego, send me your details. Okay. Ego, I just messaged you. Miracle, send me your details. Luatife, send me your details. Okay, so I'm gonna do that right away now. All right. So this is courtesy of Louis Loveness Foundation, courtesy of Project Team, courtesy of our wonderful sponsors, Don Francis Ore, His Royal Highness Igwe Naji. Send me your details, please. Mary, yours is GTB, right? GTB. Then Miracle, please put out a list of 20 people, 20 names. Let everybody that wants to register their business with Smiden, let them indicate so that we can go ahead and start the processes for them. So at least we know, okay, 20 people got their businesses registered, this one, that one, so that at least in the next Miracle, Miracle, send me your details. You answered the question, right? Send me your details. I'm crediting right now. Ego has sent his own. It's remaining miracle. 0148176844. All right. Okay. 20,000 projects team. Please, once you receive it, do a screenshot and confirm you've received it in the group, please. Thank you. I've sent for Damilola. Please confirm receipt in the group. Do a screenshot and confirm receipt. And then I'm going on to Ego. Fastest fingers. Ego. All right. 08269. Projects team. Ego, please take a screenshot and send to the group that to confirm that you have received it. Last person. Choma, you answered one of the questions. What question did you answer? Choma, you answered the question after the duration had passed, but I'm going to credit you 10,000 for being part of what we've been doing. So send me your details, Choma. You've been very active. You joined Thursday teachings. So send me your details. I'll credit you. Thank you. But you answered it after the answer had the time had elapsed. So I'm crediting Ego right now. Ego, have I sent it to you? Have I sent you yours? Yeah, Ego, I just credited you. Please confirm and post in the group that you have received it, please. Thank you. Now is for Miracle. Miracle, send me your details. Chioma, send me your details. I'll credit you 10K. Good bank. Please add a thank you note to our sponsors. They are in the group, they can see you. Good bank. Chioma, send me your details, sharp. All right. 204249. And then also for people that need coaching and counseling, and it was after the duration, you answered STEM. We ended it a long time ago. And remember, for that STEAM, it's supposed to be just one correct answer. Just one correct answer. It was for we did for STEAM and we did for STEM, and it was one correct answer each. So Ben, you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question. Why? For Ben, Coach Ore has something she wants to present to you. She wants to do 50% of your business web model. Yes, that's what I remember. She said so. She wants to do 50% of your business web model consultation and this thing. Oh, Ben, you didn't answer, but Coach Ore already spoke to me about you. She said she wanted to handle 50% of your consultation. So instead of you paying the whole fee for your not consultation, for your coaching for business web model, she wants to take off the 50% off it, and you're not paying the whole sum. 50%, but not for the offer is for the regular, which is, and for the top one. What's the top? for the regular and for the premium. So she wants to take off 50% and then you pay 50. Yeah, that's what. So please thank Coach Ore. Thank Coach Ore. We had that conversation about you tonight, last night. She was very impressed with. I was like, oh, that Ben has always been, very consistent in joining in, and all. She was like, okay, that do this for Ben. So she's taking off 50%. So please thank her. And the offer lasts for 48 hours. So offer at last 48 hours. He says, thank you, Coach Ore. Let me pin it. Thank you, Coach Ore. Offer lasts 48 hours. So you need to secure your spot, make payments, and then we can start immediately. There's no time. You have received, go post it in the WhatsApp group that you have received it. Okay, I'm sending to okay. Sorry. All right. Choma, send me your details. Send me your details. Project team. Okay, Boluwatife, I'm sending yours right away. Everybody post in the group, please, and thank your sponsors. They're right there. As we are receiving, we'll also be dishing out. Okay, so I just sent to Boluwatife. Choma, send me your details. Okay, Choma said she would prefer the ebook or consultation. She went on Instagram to write. Oh, okay. So Choma, you prefer the ebook or consultation, right? Okay. So, okay, all right. Please, Miracle, note for Choma, she will do the ebook consultation. She will do the ebook or so for what we are doing for consultation. We have the package we have is, we can take off half of the consultation, which is the consultation is 1 hour for 25,000. So we can take 15,000 and then you pay 10,000 and then you secure your slot for consultation. Is that okay by you, Choma? If that is okay, we are booking you down for consultation for next Tuesday, 1 hour, and then you also get an ebook as well. I'll give you an ebook as well. I'll give you an ebook and then consultation. How is that? She says she prefers consultation. Now, I like that mentality. All right, please. Any other thing before we go? Thank you so much, Sir Amma. Okay. Thank you so much. You guys are welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so Choma, do you agree? Instead of doing 25 for consultation, you do 10 and then we cover 15, and then I also give you an ebook and a consultation. What do you think? Is that okay? Or should we just give you the money? Let me know. We still have tomorrow. Tomorrow is our last day, which is today, Thursday, our final coaching session where we wrap everything up. If you've not done your assignments, please do your assignments. We have, gifts. We still have a lot to share. So we have not even gone halfway through. So please do your assignments. We need to register 20 businesses in Smitten. So Ego says, thank you to all the sponsors of this program. God bless you richly for the impact and knowledge I gained today in this program. Ego, thank you so much. Thank you. Have you posted in the group? Make sure you don't miss Thursday. We have videos on YouTube that you can go ahead and watch. Miracle post in the group. She says, Miracle says, thank you so much, ma. I've seen it. Good. Miracle has been so helpful, with what I'm doing. I just want to say thank you. Okay, so any last words? Any last words? Any last words before we go, my coaches? Don Francis, or I think Mr. Ray is no more. I think he has slept. I don't know. Okay, any last words before we go? Any final words of advice to young people, SMEs, people trying to leave their jobs to start an SME? Any final words before we go? And all. I love this.
Well, I think so. Procrastination is another killer of business. So just everyone that is participating should try to focus and focus and focus and focus and avoid procrastination. You want to do something, just focus. We have a lot of things distracting people in this world. Phone, tablets, laptops, movies, social media, Instagram, a lot of things are distracting people. TikTok. So it's very hard to concentrate. It's either you are doing this on TikTok or you are on Instagram or you're on Facebook or you are even on Twitter or LinkedIn. So a whole lot of things are distracting people. So like I said, focus and avoid procrastination. And I know that trying to start a new business is not really that easy. Not easy at all, especially with Nigeria of today. If you are in Nigeria, so it's not easy, but with God, all things are possible. Just focus and believe that whatever you plan to do, you will be able to achieve it. So this is my final word. So see you guys tomorrow, and see you guys
tomorrow. Please say hello to your baby for me.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Any final words, please? And what's your advice to entrepreneurs, business owners, SMEs, people that are thinking of giving up because of the, economic situation?
Well, I know it's really tough right now, but not just in Nigeria, it's tough all over the world. But think about the people you're serving. Um, think about them because they still need your services, they still need you, but not just because of that. Think about them in how you rebrand yourself. Your business is about them. It's not about the money you make or the access to anything or the opportunities that or the fame or anything, social media presence. It's really about them. Focus on them, refocus on them. Don't think about how much you're making or not making. Think about them, your customers, your clients, your people, the needs you're serving, the gap that you're filling. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's it. Think about the people you're serving. Think about the reason why you're here. If you have a business and you're not thinking about how to better the lives of people that you are in their space to basically make their lives better. Let's say, for instance, you own a skincare business, media company, you're into coaching, you have an event planning business, you're a cybersecurity provider. You have your communities, you have people that their lives are better just because they have access to you, just because you're providing services for them. So I think what Coach Ore said is paramount. Think about the people that you were put in their space for that moment to meet their needs, and also think about ways that you can better their lives. Think about ways you can come up with services to ease their processes, and also think about ways to improve yourself, and not just think but also improve yourselves. Like I said, we have wonderful courses, wonderful topics, different courses right here on our YouTube page. You're going to work. I'm working with our team to make sure that we put on the remaining courses that we held on YouTube, and then those that were on WhatsApp, if we can also transcribe them and put them here. We're going to do the best that we can. Okay. Choma says, thank you so much, Coach Ndali, and all our coaches, our sponsors. Yes, I'm okay with the consultation and ebook. That's amazing. I love that. She chose knowledge. She chose knowledge. That's amazing. Okay, so at this point, we will call it a night. We had amazing coaches. We've had so many coaches join in. We had Coach Moremi, Coach Don Francis join in, Coach Oroluwa Afe, Coach Austin, Coach Kenny, Mr. Komla, Coach Komla, he also joined in as well, and so many other coaches that would have loved to be here, but because of the timing, because of different factors. So I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank our participants. I want to thank our coaches. Our sponsors are Coach Oroluwa Fedon Francis, His Royal Highness Honorable Igwe Naji. Igwe Nike, I want to thank you very much. God bless you. I want to thank Sir Sam Modebe Foundation. I want to thank Professor Kima Modebe. I want to thank, Dr. B. Onyenekwe. I also want to thank Miracle, my wonderful community manager. She has made this process so easy. I want to thank Queen Moremi for publishing these articles, while on the go. Like, that was just amazing. I want to thank Chioma, Ben, Mary, this is the first time I'm seeing you on this live. So you have to join tomorrow. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank, everybody. Even there's another Mary too that joins in from Ephesus Gathering. I've not been seeing her for a while. I want to give her a shout out. Maybe I could check up on her and know if she's okay. I want to thank Ephesus Gatherings. I want to thank Enugu State Young Farmers Association for opening up their platforms, both of them, to us. You guys are all amazing. If I forgot your name, please don't be upset. We have so much to do. So today is the grand finale. You don't want to miss today. You don't want to miss any step in today. If you received an alert from us, please put a message in the WhatsApp group, put a message to our sponsors that you received it. Miracle put out the 1, 2, 3, 4, businesses that need registrations for their business name with Smeden. We are going to handle that. We're going to handle that for them as quickly as possible. Tell them to put their name, the desired business name. They should just list it out, and then we'll create a platform where we can just go ahead and do that swiftly and all. Thank you so much. We are shutting down shortly. All right. Ore, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I'll call you after the live. Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Voila.
shut down. All right, sis.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So this has been amazing. I want to thank Ego, everybody. You guys are just awesome. Please, when you see the links, when you see the live, share it. Even after this live, subscribe. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Share the links. Let people come in. Okay, we are not here because we don't know what to do. We are here to create impact. We are here to share knowledge. We are here to help. So if you people can make information, twerking videos and other things go viral, you might as well make knowledge popular, make knowledge go viral. So please do what you can to share this in your WhatsApp group, share this in your communities, empower somebody today and watch them grow. If you're just growing on your own and you don't empower other people around you, you're just going to be one person. That everybody is going to be leaning on. You're just going to be that one person that everybody still has to come to for help. But if you make everybody self-sufficient around you, if you make everybody okay to be able to survive, you empower them with the knowledge, the information, you connect them to platforms that would make them better. If you can do that for people and for businesses, trust me, I'll tell you this for free, you're also going to grow. They're going to grow as well, and then you're going to empower them so much that they begin to help people on their own. So the best thing you can do for anybody is to get them to subscribe to this YouTube channel and watch the videos and all. I'm working with my team to make sure that we put up the videos because we had a lot of sessions on YouTube. We have some sessions on WhatsApp. We're going to work together to see how we can edit it and streamline them, put them nicely and put them on YouTube so you can also have access to them. If you want to sponsor what you are doing, we have a community of 350 people, business owners, innovators that need support, that need help, right? If you want to sponsor, please send us an email at projectsteam@outlook.com. You can also send, me a DM or Miracle a DM on the WhatsApp platform and then let us know how you want to sponsor. Our outreach is still coming up. We need volunteers. We need people that will help us share things, that help us, stand, and help us, with organizational outreach here in Accra. We've already done the one in Anambra State. So we need all the help we can get. We need all the support. It's not been easy, but we are doing it. We are doing it. So please, if you received money from us tonight, if you received cash, please make a shout out in the group. Give thanks to our sponsors, and also, if you need to register your business, we can do that for you with Smidden. We just need 20 people and then we are done. Okay. All right, guys. And then you have 48 hours for those that we were going to be doing, Coach Ore has taken about 50% off the courses and all, so if that is what you want, I'm going to message you immediately after this, and then you have about 48 hours to lock that in, and then next week we launch into back-to-back work and all that. Thank you so much. I also want to, I talked about this yesterday, but I'm so delighted, I'm so excited about this because it is my latest baby. I'm going to show you this. So in July, I released my book, which is the 28-day branding essential manual. A lot of us here have gotten this book. It's a 28-day branding essential manual. For 28 days, you're going to, if you follow my teachings in this manual, after 28 days, you should be able to have your business should be set and locked. This is, in fact, I put in a lot of work into this for 28 days. Every day it has day 1, you do this, day 2, you do this, day 3, you do this, choose your brown colors and all that. It's very detailed. It's a very detailed book. But I'm also delighted to present to you our 28-day branding essentials workbook. So in as much as you have the book goes alongside the workbook. So the workbook is going to now give you the work. So sometimes you're going to, if you have both of them, you're going to be able to make reference. Okay, I need to find out about this. You go, it's like an index book, like a dictionary, like a reference book. Okay, we talk about this here, you go to this one, you read it up and all that, right? Can we discuss more on WhatsApp, the schedule for next Tuesday? Yes, sure, please. Miracle, follow her up. Let's schedule, and then Miracle also send her the link once she. So no, we are offsetting 15,000 naira from the consultation. So what she needs to pay is 10,000. So if she can pay 10,000, we lock in the consultation, and she gets a free ebook. So please follow up with her. Then for Ben, Coach Ore has taken off 50% of his consultation. So follow up with him as well. We have 48 hours to lock it in, and then so I'll know how to plan my next week and all. All right, you guys. If you've gotten our 28-day branding essential workbook manual, you need the workbook. In fact, this workbook, the order started coming from July, August, and it's ready. I'm ready to dish it out. Thank you so much for the great impact. You're welcome, Mary. You're welcome. Thank you so much. I love doing this. Please, please post the screenshot in the group about the giveaway. Let's show the evidence, please. They've not posted it yet. Hold on. Okay. Ego sent his. Let me send it to you, Miracle, so you can post. Okay. So everybody post. All right, guys. So we are shutting down. In 5. Okay, hold on. Ego, please post in the group, okay? Everybody post. Okay, we are shutting down. Thank you everybody for joining in. If you've stayed to this, okay, you sent it to me on WhatsApp. Ego sent it to me on WhatsApp. I've sent it to you. Miracle, I've sent it to you. I've sent you Ego's on. I don't know. Have you received from others? Okay. Okay, I sent you Ego's on. Is remaining one more person. Please make sure you post it and say thank you. 10 people were healed. 10 people were healed. Only one person came back to say thank you. Think about this. Ego is on Project Steam platform. He's on the WhatsApp group. 10 people were healed. One person came to say thank you. Please thank our sponsors. It's not easy in this economy to sponsor what we are doing. Okay. All right. I love you guys. See you later this evening at 9 p.m., which is Thursday teachings, where we wrap up everything. If you have not done your assignment, this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you have not done your assignment, make sure you do it and submit. I won't say it 2 times. All right, guys. Ego is on the Project Team WhatsApp. Yes, he is. I sent you the screenshot of Ego Miracle. I sent you Ego screenshot. All right. And we are shutting down in 5, 4, 3, 2.